98.9 FM. Nyankopon bediama, Nyankopon e kama, Nyankopon tumu. Onim wakuma mu nsem nyina. Tio. Oh Jesus or tumu a. Enya dia. Situation bia betimi aba ohu odabi. Enya dia suro bia ba mu odabi. Enya dia ba mubuo bia ba mu odabi. Me what Jesus to me more atima komenda achama se odimina besi ye ni adoyo ti enyum na no pay na nche un crying Otienka from number 12 at Nulo Street, Asylum down Accra, Nisim 100.1 FM or Tamale, Nisim 95.9 FM or Boga, Tanga. Nyango Bondu na besi and ano pewati, baby awuko biano. What the cash ye at the amount of that. Enti nu kwanse ma bomubuo, enu kwanse usro, enu kwanse hopopo, enu kwanse bibia bonhu. Senyum no ntufo, senyum no nhyɛ nkran na no pay. Senyum no nhyɛ wodin na no pay. Jogungono me yati asiese. Your two muno was so chine. You wo wiase. Enti ema wa ba mumu o na no pay. Dia wo famu bia Nyankopɔn tu mu ate, Jesus tu mu ate. Ebesi uye. Obetutu anamon di amount. Esumu obema hanya pie. America here the Obokrata who do native celebrity for live on the show this morning. And this morning you're having a conversation around artificial intelligence. And then who say a news for any use AI. And I'm the omni am machu ba men kan me mo mudini. Ba ko timani mo hwemanim sa hey boss na dey azem na kan. But there is a larger conversation around AI. Is Africa really ready for AI? That's the fourth revolution, fourth industrial revolution. Web 3.0 no. Sanity. Yewo a year revolutions a hold about besin twamua. E come here say Africa, yan shada am for your hanshi munti yan shada nya esom faso. We no di aba no ama amanfo bebre no anu ahunu. As a result of improvement in communication technology. But mama misa say as on mine ya Kwadwo na obeka ya be na otwemienu ni ne e na eye communications minister owura Sam Nat George editu dwa say ene no Ghana ene UAE ye beka ye ho abomu na ye see the largest AI center in sub-Saharan Africa aya no yebekwa akosi wo ningo pram ho no ye benya companies ahodo piti say Oracle, Microsoft ndi kekeka ho woman so no ma dintintiman ewo AI mu no. Are we ready? Is that all that is? And as enwane keke. There are myths with AI. Amanfo adwene yo mo say AI ba beji omadwuma. Amanfo binum say oh AI no ebeduru brebi kra no obetimi ehunu nyansa kra kire nipa no ba bedi nipa so. Amanfo binum kra say AI enyo eya bonsam papa. Sana amanfo binum kan. But is that really the reality? Enoni no kra no ewo ho no ana. And I say enoni ne ewo ho ankasa na. That will be the conversation for us this morning, live on the Happy Morning Show. Who be say AI baba ju adwuma na? Yes, accountant. Ye no ma ye yen century adwuma no. E baba ba ji adwuma. O bo alala. Catch kwasi ya boy crowd so dey happy kasi ya no pade no what they bring on play live on Happy 98.9 FM and tintin fidie ne fan konkoto ba bia ezan se wutim to ba bi fofra en sema hodo nsem podo a ekoso e wo bra na wada uhwa nkromo no catch kwasi ya boy atrase a wuntimi entibi aha e na atene kane ansa na akwakote e wo mmea ahodo entimi sirawa tokoso a mo akasa fidie no enha na yemfa kasebo no enfamro ye de kasebo no ba wie pe na tese wa unim se de aka nyina no ye de toaso
ye pa na wo pe ho
no kratom no kasebo no ade a me pe wo ho pa enti 12 metie 6 metie any say Tembia na mo sha ase no. Mitie mo news ni via. And some na mo be di kan aka no. 12 o'clock no. Sana other stations na beka. Enti the manage hu ni say mu yidi yen e ma ye hu nkom koso no. And sana other stations na beka. The chat kura manage hu ni say presenters no, in fact you are very good. Nemo mo ma ye hu weni.
No sia abo ye mo bibia ache FM happy 98.9 FM so ende anapay yemra so say chokronkron kase first semon no metrase na mede somo say happy anopa no sia bremu kase na nsem no edo so pa na mom de bedi mu akotene ebi ene say enradra ene yan ntia say MMDC is ahodo beye 220 abomoden akwa kwosra omampani abedi akire enkane omampani abedi akire a onukro ya na etu franka edi ama MPP amayoku no na omukoye no eyade a omuchem se ne nsem odi to omu anim no omu asom yi pa na yebekwa nsem fufuro mu awrehosem a esi ewotamale ene se na wotwetwem ya ene edumemene da ne kwasi ada manfo ewade pa awadefo bi omuware wieye no ne duada so eye ndra na omumienu nyina ahwere mo nkwa ebeji mu nchiremu na Kenya brochi memu se uyo bia utatie happy kasia pa obetise blogger bi owo Kenya a posifo bo no anase okoda honom a blogger ifremu ehwere ne nkwa no enei nhwehwemu akoso ama aposifo ni bi wo honom a ya chiomo wei eni ahodo bi eka ho Adam de besomo anapay say happy hwero kronkron kasia edikan na me amerika sebo ye ba besomo edi amegiso ene kachre akwasi yeboa yenhye kasebo na se emfema ho What did he say? Nidia nakase bono ene edom asuko ne yetiti ba ko mienu ne cha no now so on said to me account there ewo baby bia wo ne ye kase bono se dia na ambassador no ewo Israel makana eye yera Roy Gilad no ene ndrada epa ho ada Benjamin die suronkokura koso ewo happy fidiem hanom saying aye yera Bismarck Brown bibi etna konwem na opani abaye ene omnkomotwetwe mu no oni ne dwi nkomo ano bisa so eniema hudo bebre na ekoso ewo Israel ene Iran ena afenso wiase afa na nyina mama hodo no bebre na ntokwa ekoso wo mu a amasumdwe ene nkitahudie ene ayonkofa enkane na wo mu ntem no sa mama hodo ni nyina semre ni honom na eno erobisa no chem so semre de Ghana ene Israel so ye de na tese no chem se ono de obeka ne se Ghana ni Israel de yayonkofa no kamye se emukra edo asukọ kra asen enkane sanse wo mra Ghana kra na yenje fa hodie no na yade ane ani Israel for yenkita hodie ne ayonkofa no na gina ne nanso samre die etumi akwanim pa ewo mu se senator chema kra ya na omoko akasakasa kakra ba Ghana ne Israel de yempanimfo ahodo efi abanya betwem akwa bepem de wo so sese yi ya na mpanimfo no etumi etnase eken komo no a chese emfa basabasa bia emba enunti Ghana ne Israel de ayonkofa no emudo pa no yemfa to kra te se awadefo mo atena chende so muhu omo ho nketesi abre ne mranti bremu a omo tena cha no mo bonko kra ne mre wa inde ushi obi abehu se obaka aise ba kuri na chiri ba no omo ase papa sa na Ghana ya ni Israel ayonkofa no aye osanso etwemu se Israel eni abibiman ayonkofa ne gina nanso pa na mom no se ba ne se Ghana dia Ghana ni Israel eno de entafoɔ kora mfa mo ho yɛti mu a ɛnyɛ adeɛ bɛte.
So, indeed, the embassy is in charge. I'm in charge of the relationship with Ghana, Sierra Leone, and Liberia. Obviously, because we are residents in Ghana and non-residents in Liberia and Sierra Leone, so most of the attention is here. I presented my credentials to President Bio, the president of Sierra Leone, 2 weeks ago, and yesterday night, I don't know if you know, but he was chosen to be the chair of the ECOWAS for next year. Yeah. Relationship with all the three are good. I think Ghana and Liberia, less unfortunately Sierra Leone, are two of our best friends all over Africa. You know, Africa has 54 states, of which I'm talking about the sub-Sahara Africa. We have nowadays, luckily, relationship with most of the states, short of 5 or 6. And I think both Liberia and Ghana are on the
no brafo no emu de pa emu pi Israel ambassador de Magana yera Roy Gillard nene na yeti ye na yemfiri sensem ne mu na yenko MPP osunkokroko amanyoko ne mu na MPP amayoko e na nsen National Executive Council NEC de ababetu dwa echemu se enkane no se nkomo kwa akoto aba eye omo hyase e free eye constituency horom na se bia polling station horom anomo ato ansa omo abeyi obi ono ebetu franka ede ama amayoko no nanso afi esan nkugu omu diye na hwehwemu ahodo omo aye sese omo tumi sese omo niemem kakra se ne ebeya nkunimde betumi aba omo afa e wo mfimpim anu ne aduonu mu otwe aba ye betu ne mu no na eno na National Executive Council ede aba betu dwa se omo hyase ede afiri soro aba fom na sense mi bai na yera Isaac Ejare ono okosunyane West abatom peso aso a ono ye dwemtreni abede chi ono eto sumi no second vice chairman e de my MPP amayoko na wosunyane West o chemu se saade we de enya de atwa yie kura na wahu edan a ye isi a ye din kan boso ansan ye two foundation e ba sa edan de na chese wa ye ne papa mu na wo pe nipa nso de ye ade no o ya ye hyase e di fi a hyase no nti de din no kura ya hyase na o di fi awie ye na de aba hyase de a weni aya de a yewura ne ho ne se enya de betumi aboa ama MPP amayoko ne nkunim de ompese mu di ewo eye mfimpim enu ne aduonu wotwe aba ye betum na atumi aboa ne kasem no san kyerem sen ne papa mu a esese mpanifo esan dwe ho yie pa na omototo ne ma yie esanse entwa omudi ye no eda so ewo amanfo no emu na se koba ne se afei so mu ye nsakraye betumi aboa na nkunimdi aba we ye nsakraye se ne nkan na no de no kra yo enu ntototo sere se esese mpanifo ebomodin a ehwemu yie na ne kasem no san echemu se ena no ne san enya ne ntia se mrahye bedwafo beye eduosia a ne mro ye kra abomodin akọ mampani abede kire nkan ne mampani abede kire Dr. Mahmoud Baumia honom a omuchem so omuta na chi pa na ba no eduru ho mbeto ede ama no papa chem se sade yi na anya de etwa ye sanse ade na mpo afri na mpanimfo a omo aye omo adwen so mbegina na ya to omo so aba no mpo omo yi omo ti enu nti enkeni kwansem hye bedwafo yi omo ho etumri kasa ekoye sade omo ye no nanso ne nyina mu no ohun de se sane mpanimfo ehwe so mbeto mpanimfo mbeto omo so aba na so mbetu franka ede ama amanyoko no omo so aba ansomo aba nketwem no enya de etwa ye
the entire America say enye ni nyina ne say omo koye e na omo koye consultations e na omo nya amanfo adwen nti pe election reform committee na ye set up omo call rounds na omo koje party for adwen kyere no eno na omo abeka eho asem no be me nokure ni nyame anim ni me ba wiase wonte babia da se yese usi dan a udi kan eboso yesili ni nyina ansa na wabetoto blocks no ahyase sa dan no ebebu akun se ye kase ye mauti ahwe fom na anan ahwe soro asem beba kun ye pese ye kun MPP for mesere mo ani die kwan mo ma ye ntena ho nye nhwe ha masa neoma we enkoso on that top to down approach in India, I totally disagree with them. Party at the opposition, over 2 million people are a year MPP for. It is assumed, say, Oman Kwadwo, because per 2020 results are His Excellency Sefah-Danquah Kwadwo. O de ba ye benyano 2024 na. Na che say ye the also say 2 million votes. E chere say
within MPP na ankasa no na enkrofo bi wo ho a ebetimi aba say na omoni the leadership then the leadership no enye adwen
eti ye yera Isaac Ejare ono panipa be de chiro so mienum ewo MPP amayeko ni mu okọ sunya ne West Abatro mpeso aso a ono na chese wa cheche ni nsemu ewo hodom na yenuanom omo akọ entete omo akwaje entete se omo ba be kira de ene colleges of education ahodo ewo man mu ene omo akobi pa emra so a safo yi omuguso omo kira de na mo sha se so omo kira de emfimpi mienu ni eduonu mienu na chese omo wie school a aban so abomoden posti omo kama na we no mu chem so bibia de na kwan mu kra aban ye twam mu kra bibia friend clearance na chese sembre no so mutumi kira de na omo akatua enka bosum beso na ba betom se pefu na so bosumi baako edunie omo akira de yi omo yem ene bosumi so a beba omo ntehwe na de ha omo kra mpo ne ye omo staff idea eno so mba eno na be mu wan so uye teacher ni kire ni a o kira de enti se bia uye adwuma o baabi na uni ID card na o kopie baabi ese na den na kire se uye adwuma o honom enu ti achechefo ya boa wo mu a na ese ade no ebeba nkakra obeti yesi emimu di abo ene ye hwe ni mu bia ye so ye de beba eno so mma na mu yakatue mba yeso a ye staff ID so mba na je se mu ankasa mu ye mu adwen se mu ne yembe ye adwuma na ndrada achechefo ebo modin a ne bi efiopo ye tifini anamfo omo nyina abehie mu wankran hanom sen Ghana Education Service waso ye lom kopie mu horom no rom di to mu anim se so mo anhwe na de omo pese omo ye no omo anya ama omo dia efia da etwa mu ya omo ko school na no ano no ya de omo bio entiende yenuanom ketu omo ko school yi ebekwa kobu wono tese ne omo ko na omo classmate bi ni mu ade ana wa kire omo ade saa na omo de abefie na ero no omo hwe se enkampanifo betumi ni omo adi nkomo yie nanka yi ato yie nanka omo akofie na so omo hwe mu ni mu a bibia sentumi ankoso nti endro da omo dae ama enei omo da so wo ho no omo etra so ahwe se nkomo twetwe betumi akoso ananse mpa bi betumi akoso de amomo na ne omo pɛ no nso omo nsa atumi aka na ukopie mu wo ho no endro na nya asem ketwa yensem kyro ni abena sante kopie mu wo ho no ne nkrofo twetwe nkomo no twem so omo de omo ba no omo ayekrado pa mkito mu mosquito net omo percent tuntum bia bewe omo sa so na mimo so wo ho no omo bag ebo mu achi no sapone town ni bibia wo msemena ka ho se na wotwe kura no mbedi wa ha na de omo hwehwe no omo nsa aka omo bedi wo horom na omo ne yensem kyro ni abena sante atwetwe nkomo no sen eno mudi nkan de tu nanim
then you draw the attention. Say this is what the nation is taking us through. Say legally, Juma for 10 months. Now almost staff ID MIA. If you must almost staff ID, almost say they are not paying. They should give us reasons, and with immediate effect, we want our staff ID. Or else, right here, and the last time we move to a local school until we get our staff IDs and then our money, we are not going to school. The ideal decision we want to take when we are taking is that they are free if they are going to eat. We can't be free enough. We are staying, yes, we are staying, please, we are staying. So that they are not then fast forward, we proceed to parliament. So this is the decision.
No. We are staying, no, not just better Ghana Education Service for so ye honum. Na anapei omo atumi ni omo atwetwe nkomo no omo ehu se bibia beko yi a na wasensem kro ni mu a enapeni kwankyerefo abedi kire Edema Ghana Education Service madam Gavwajisi oneso ebo modin a eni achechefo yi atwetwe nkomo no chimso afidi asem no mu de abetu ye nim na mom se be yanka munyi nipa num bi a ombedi mu anim na montwro asem na nkasa yi emfemra na nka yenso yentenase na ono aswafo no hwe nwomesua so no onuyafo Haruna Idrisu edana kuma so obehwe abo ama teacher ni bia adwuma atumi akoso
decided to use this medium to solve your problem. Our government and our Honorable Minister of Education, Honorable Haruna, is a very listening person. He's been working very hard with the Director General, all of us to solve problems. There are so many categories of teachers, and there are a lot of issues that we have been solving since January. Even 2 weeks ago, the Director General himself, my good self, my brother, and other directors, we had a meeting with the controller, another controller himself, and his team at their place just to find solutions to some of these numerous problems. And as you said, some of the problems are getting solved. So how can I stand in the sun here and provide all the answers to your problem now? As I sit here, please, I don't even know the category of teachers I am speaking to. We are ready to solve, and we even have a technical committee. Technical committee has been formed just to solve all these problems.
Eti kwansafo abedi echire Adema Ghana Education Service Madam Kwadwo GC nene na yeti ye. Na yemfree ensem ne mu na yentufa enko amanone. South Africa brochimemu na yeko aban no ehwe se ne nsa betumi aka sika botene 1.5 billion US dollars na ede free eye World Bank honom se ne be ya omo so eniema hudo bi ekoso wo horom ba ne se nyama hoden ensemu a eniema nheda ntoto yie wo hokra South Africa nke Ghana nke beka se dumso atumi asi horom sanso ena kwani abansem so no enkwa na no ena ndrada empanifo ede abetu dwa so mo hwanim se mo sa betumi aka sika wei se ne be ya ebetumi aboa na omo sika sem atumi agina ne nanso titiro pan ne nyama hoden sem esanse be ye mfihye duntemu nie ena niema ahyase eye basabasa wo honom a nanso ne nyina mu no South African penifo ehwe ne mu se omo se betumi aka sika we ya ebeboa amomo nso omo sika sem atumi agina ne nanso na yevro ne enkobo bom Abubakar Watara ono eye House of Folk for omo coach na Ghana Premier League eya na ye boyi ena endei no Abubakar Watara ya bo na baso se wabomodem pa mejum busumi no ono eno ye coach of the month eno nti endei nasco for ena abona baso a enema wudo bebre na eno mo ahwe ede amanoa omo hwe nim so no so ninwuma odi wo eye Accra House of Folk ni so ebetumi akonkan na ha ene yede kasebo ni nyina si ewo happy 98.9 FM so ensem awudo di kasebo ni mu akotene ebi ene se ende MMDC is ahodo a omodi omudwume ewie atwem no omokomo ombobonde akosi a eye yewra Dr. Mahmoud Baumia na eno ho nsem yeji mu nchemu sanso ena yeko Kenya brochimemu aposifo a eye Albert eye blogger ewo Kenya okwada omo aso ya owuye no eno so ya cha aposifo ni weni awudo bi eka ho edam de beso mo na pese happy chokronkron kase na me amde kase boyi ebesom edin ameje so ene Katre Akwesi yebu ame sorry sweet happy morning show ene etwa so Kwadwo Sefah-Danquah ene Madam Fati Shaibu Ali ena ede eba besom mo bibia moniti a adehye
na kasia bono die pa na wo pe wo ho
no craft no kasia bono ade a me pe wo ho pa enti 12 mitie 6 mitie ene say kambia na mo shaase no mitie mo news ni via ensam na mo bedi kan aka no 12 o'clock no sana other stations na beka enti die manage ho ne say mu yidi yen ema ye hu nkom koso no and sana other stations na beka the chatro kura manage ho ne say presenters no in fact you are very good nemo mo ma ye hu wedi
Amame wazaba sawa bonyuma dompe ya kukompo so bizasa kiniye nimdawa bombonchen nkasi ya bonsusuwa A1 agopura memu samsu shunku Happy FM wazabo Happy FM enijenkwa
Keda. Keda. I'm sick, keda.
Welcome back to the Happy Morning Show live on Happy 98.9 FM, Nisim 100.1 FM or Tamale, Nisim 95.9 FM or Bogatanga, Yanfanasi Emma Chirikosi Abua, so Dick as a one of Paddy and Trocrum. First sermon or the brain. Yan Twaswe, na Yedni and Komahodono, Yanko Ghana Meteorological Agency Akache, na Yankonkofa. The weather update from Red for live on the show this morning. My main cousin double crack out on a budget man to pay. Yeah, the 85 Bread here for another pay. The Fanasi Cassian from our watching team of Fidelity to Happy 98.9 FM. We are live and airborne. You're flying with us. Flight number 989. Asylum down. Yeah, too far. None of pay. Yemfa, a year, if you move and Sam said, you be a from away. Said you be a fan, yeah, two. Who said you near my bay. Rebecca Bediako and your duty forecaster. Rebecca said, men can't Ghana for who are on board with us. Flight number number 989. Asylum down. Say, Anopeuba or Maya Anna for a dear in Shunubum and Nimka cry. Who could be more match from us having a bay in Shunubum and Nimka cry. And Finfini from Kwadwo, San Bay, a bimum and a nim. Premo toi, mitre premo tuono. Na chese sabreno ye de a second sermon no. Happy kasebo ye de bro. Enyumra ne the main sermon no bro no nsia. Nemo premo toi se de wiemu ensem no be nie. Anafo fam ho abankroto bi ti se enkran ene kaso a ye hwe ne mu sensuo betoto. Tieniye ukopiemu ewokofo dua achim odan kumase ene enkroto ahodo bi a etwa ho ahia no a ensuo beto ama ewiemu abobom sanso na akopiemu ewo nkroto bi ti se eye takwa sehwebekwai na namu akona de manim ne dade esu sehwebekwai ketekrache ene mpotemu a yehwe no mu se nsuo beto ama ewiemu abobomu kopiemu ewo krotobi etise bolgatanga ene na lerigu yendi enso eka ho nsuo ebeto ama wiemu abobom mi ahodo no aka no efa bi nsuo no bemu na nanim ukopiemu ewo man etififamu a eyade a Ghana metiofo echiremu a emiam bo so a na yesi nsuo beto no mi ahodo no aka no eyade a ewia ene be ni tire na wabo enwumre no nsia omenya fa na bebre no ano nsuo be munumuna nanim yie omenya na afo fam kofa omen emfimfini fam ekopiemu ewo men atififam emia bi de eyade nsuo no be munumuna Sanso ne yehwe animu se oman finfini mu efam bi no. Mia bi se sehwi be kwai ne ketekrate ne mpotamu. Kopiem wo go susu nyan tachiman. Fa hwa be piemu e yendi tamale bole damango. Ene wa eyade a yehwe animu se nsuo. Ebetimi agugu.
Ana mi kwasha very much easy. Ordinance akami amamenso endema wa hinasa.
Rebecca Bediakon wono ena ohwe wiemu ekruchi nsam no ede gu nkrata so etu bi ede manema yen ayenso yabo ho dawro ede ama wo mesrewo a omodia na yemfa ne dwuma sede ebe ya upia betimi ya ahoboabo aye utu kwan a betimi ya ahoboabo aye ema wiemu ensi science no empem wo empofrimu afei na unhu ba bia wode eye ufufu kwa akobo da bi sa de ne de ema bi nto eni dina no pa bi a chinchima fidie ne fato happy 98.9 FM ha eni de weather update ne sa de tie pepepepepepepepe ne de abro e braso se de ubokrata hodo ne na no pa abadwomu no tifi n70 bi no ye de emu 70 bebretiefo eni ahwefo na no pa live the show this morning rapapa fati shaibu ali prince obiba poakwa ayim brown Achiame atenase na achiame miensa ya atenase ba kufrachem dabi ba kufri eye kwa pipiase ohima pa ene de enya asem ketwa de enya asem ketwa
ya cheche say doso
ne de bre ye tifo ne afo so de AI na
no okase okase nye adeketwa asiane sen
ade yes enya adeketwa
na mebusa fatina mebusa no okase nya adeketwa asiane sen
asem ketwa na ebe abekoso wa enne no jana me pache
so what a video what you say
me pache matiase
bibia na bone de bibia ye okay
oshiri
oni how
bibia ye oshiri
oni how Ghana ni fabre no ani how radi nyankopon fatina o use AI me edidi ye no
ai
fa videos no am na mo akode hwe ade a ye Rababa Fatisha Buali ade ye and this is the conversation that we're going to talk about. We're going to have this morning because what AI is doing, among people have a lot of misconceptions and myths about the AI.
Yes.
And I think it is important we break everything down. One moment the some are having the thought say AI babajo majuma ede from them. Some are saying say AI at a point in time bit me nyini ehunu nyansa kra chine nipa ama oba bedi nipa so. Some are of the view say AI bon some are even say yes some are even say AI is the end of the world. So these are some of the misconceptions that among people bring one. But AI artificial intelligence now what you see there whether we like it or not, say you say you any about better. And in the next, in the next few years, a lot of companies will be leveraging on artificial intelligence to solve complex, complicated problems in their what is the future like for Africa, but particularly Ghana? Because I'm asking this question. This answer now to me, and the communications minister. Ura Samnat George. Any ejina mu Ghana man. Any UAE man. Ye sign in Tiasiapam. Say ye ba see the largest AI center of Sub-Saharan Africa. And it will be located at Ningo Pram. And I book see that edifice no. Now your companies are hodwa womu ede womu fidie eni mujumedi ahodo mu di wonkruto ahodo so anasa man ahodo so no. And it's got to do with AI. You say how about the headquarters of AI within the continent of Africa? How prepared are we? Do we even really know Ghana for Ghana for do we know? Have we come to a proper understanding of what artificial intelligence is? Do we even know? And I say, are we even aware? So say yenim some faso a betumi anya. Emfaso betumi e de ama yen dwumadi a yedie da akone abadi okọ eye apomodine ensemu a okọ eye oman ekuaye ensemu a. Are we aware how AI can be leveraged to ensure increased and also improved productivity in some of these sectors? We do funkomo ene anope. Ba me pe video nam de amafati. I be dia me dia mana na amako. Na amako na obetimi aboa na wodi eyesa eniema edi agu hodia amayan because the fati ye no se eye baby a enka by this time nka asemasi because my video
Me sure.
Mama
My finding.
Straightforward.
Oh, yeah,
But me no say be o mo delete here. Me hu
Oh,
mam. My sending in now.
Hey. Asembe nkre.
Oh, my sending am ko send the hu here nyina aka.
Oh, David. Hey. Nana mwako. Odi amidibi ma why? Na odi bomoni ana fatu na hwe de AI no eye. Rapapa fati se buali. Ena ogina mu dendenden no ye we nyina. Nana. Enya mia wo. Nti emfa ho entansa no eno so bo no mfa mome. Because AI etimi ama manfo didi. Ewo bra omuni di ye. Nti mama mfa bi ma wo. Nana project na enkomo no eno ani
Sefa
na the prince.
Yeah, hwehwe we no mehu. Me see e beba papers ne so but mehu story be 1658 fire recruits pass out. A total of 1658 newly trained recruits have graduated after 28 weeks of intensive training at the Fire Academy and Training School in Jamestown. 28 weeks. How many months?
28 weeks. 28 divided by 4. That's a mass in 28 divided by 4. 7 solid months. 7 solid months. Oma quantity 7 solid months, and they've passed out. Okay, all right. That's a good thing. So they are coming to augment the numbers of your war.
Yes.
Within the fire service.
Because your numbers in this. Now, interestingly, no, Kwadwo, they were trained. So 843 men, 815 women successfully completed 28 weeks rigorous training in fire science, first aid,
breathing, mon frère est Dr. Timothy
operations,
Kakari. Now, on the rubber for this I am.
building.
Prince Tazo.
Now, other discussion be no starting in terms of
Sano.
My mama for what is possible. And the Nana Magoye, what they you from a prince and 12 fire service for a unit.
first aid, breathing operations, building construction, and physical fitness. The Ayemi, they were money building construction.
Are they?
Unse a brainy and crofobia braka, and unse a military for pane. First, Susano, they were bridge a horubi or a military in there.
Because I mean they were engineers. I mean they have a particular group of me engineers.
No, so put your recruit specific.
Yes.
By way fire officers, no. Into a tresse bibi bar they will be in there to support. And Kwadwo, unse training idea ya yekono. Abranya abranya kaso nipa ne ba se oye complete. Nyesi yesi okudumuja na oba ya eja nko anti wako training aba enso ka hwe kire na onti ase. Oka hwe kire na onti ase. And over the weekend na me ne obi we're having a discussion and na me ka kire ne say even your market one kra fati say na see a chiro say any omu ofia in terms of emergency eden na eso omo ye Kwadwo. Do we especially omo anyi kakra no say bia if there's emergency abrochiri eni mu say ye chiro omo nyina na ye chiro mu say bibi ba ya call 911 ye de no etesen say ye ne ye mani ofia Kwadwo say bibi ba na say wo pani no e na bibi ato a say akola na wadi e bi a 7 ana wadi 8 no emua ben kra no betimi akọ amount in terms of say first aid and say bibi. And it's good. When I read the story and the things omukoye no, I'm asking say omuko bi say ya no omo ye ana usual this is their usual training.
I'm pretty sure they do all of that. Because I don't think now they are also able to break down certain walls. Only weak points of certain structures. Say they be BB bar gidi no. If they cannot get through the door, the main door, and as the main gate, they have a way of breaking down parts of the building. And it will all boil down to your understanding of the structure. I see one. So they be a bit me where to penetrate through. I'm sure say be but the thing is as to whether they apply it and as they have the logistics to apply it, and another issue. So it is nice.
We will have time and talk about more.
Exactly.
Because it was in the papers. Yes. It was in the papers present. Year mark about 1 billion a year Ghana cedis to retool the services. And in retooling the various services, some of these things, equipment.
Yeah.
Because the last time Fati any fire former fire officer no di nkomo no. What's the equipment omo use no and is 15 years old.
Yeah.
It's 15 years old. But after 15 years the niema bebre aba various equipment aba security service, especially fire service. Because I think said they are the most castigated. Because they are almost, say we police if we were there, but they are almost on our faces all the time.
Yeah.
In terms of fighting fire, most of us we watch a lot of things abroad, and we are tempted to compare our firefighters to the AI show TV, Sony movies, any other. And we overly judge them. So what I say, but. I think say 1,558. They are almost for more count. Na omuntimi mo na omuma emeboana omu entimi anyway. There another story Ghanaian Times ye drew her meboso ebi enye ne ene betimi dia discussion by da foforo. E betimi dia discussion ti drew her meboso.
20 minutes to the top of the hour 7. Happy morning to no so egusu awuti na kasima ba adu no. Na nonson abo nonson ba ka say the social media trends and a bravo and some hodo edi him ewo abefon tintan kese ne so no ne nyina no ye ehonsem ne be bravo ba sisi ane de yenko na do bokrata hodo ne na no pay aba edwumo no etifi ensem ne bi yemfa ebi ento edwa chronicle do bokrata no ha daily graphic Ghanaian Times na ye di emu enko kakra ye de wetu dwa say Ghana National Fire Service one mo kokoje tete bosome ba ko be yenso no de sisi a no womu apon a omo ba aba be chase aye adwuma.
So it means omo chase before this government.
Yeah, omo chase before this government.
It's good. We have to emphasize
yes,
that.
Yes, omo chase before this.
We have to emphasize that point. So omo chase
before
this government.
And we know say fire service abano enti bia apposi for de beba. Enti bia nso asra for de.
Yes,
beba.
Me hu say Ghana Immigration Service kra controller General of Immigration Service Mr. Samuel Basintele Amadou.
Yeah.
Kase Ghana Immigration Service. almost started so almost recruit now. Emphasis is
Now. Sisi ade omo nhase emfa nipa.
But ombefa nipa.
So omo fa bi. So omo fa bi. Fati won wase wana me ka kire no nkoma na me no di adan. So obeka ya. So obeka nkoma na me no di adan no. Obeti ase.
Yeah.
Emfa chronicle do bokrata no right. Na ye nto aso.
Yeah, the chronicle Badiana may call Psalm 118 verse 6. The Lord is on my side. I will not fear. What can man do to me? Quotation way is from me to them. The Lord is on my side. I will not fear. What can man do to me? From me to them.
Them no here for no.
I'm here them for.
Okay.
Banner headline: Osofo Pompa. Osofo Pompa. Asinkonya. Eden cross abonikum. Yabone Mike. Eno kasa. Galamsey menace. Ghana is heading towards doom. Presby pastor warns. Eno ewaha. Where Presby are so for uniform and answer on one attire. Okay. What do you paper here? What the outer Presby na bibi yo. Oh,
Reverend.
Mentuaso. Ike nyako. Okoshe so wampa. Police bust thieves in Kumasi. All Nigerians. And also Wahanum. National Security retrieves 83 ECG cable drums in Kumasi. And some kosu Kumasi ho. So and a New Hotel to Ga the second demands restoration of Ni Takiada Malache. The first name to register of chiefs. And also Ewaha. Ni Yoto Otuga the second demands restoration of Ni Taki Adamalache, the first name to register of chiefs. And also Ewaha no ma Ufa Eye the chronicler Ubetwinye bi na wakai. Other stories say what people no more anope essay. 5 physically challenged amongst 160 students, GFGF scholarship holders, and also Ewo Hanum. Saso and our Western Regional Minister launches initiative to build state-of-the-art ICU for Takrady Hospital. Western Region Minister chiefs want revival of the rail sector. Kwabre Rural Bank posts strong 2024 financial performance. National Makai African institutions unite to forge homegrown economic and governance solutions. Yanko Nigeria Memo. We are making farming more attractive to the youth, Tinubu says. Israel-Iran war, Nigerian petrol market and as a petrol marketers increase fuel prices. Police launch manhunt for attackers of Rivers Council administrator. Police officer kidnapped in Niger escapes from captivity. Na Nigeria for almost a war no cry enyama 12-day war esi asa yenkumbiem into mufiwo no monsai enfanko back to original prices.
For Ghanaian Times and Twaso asemo na America no any 1 billion to read to security agencies. President Mahama announces into and also okay. Afi na mehu. Sefa Ghanaian Times ye kutami eye nrade.
Sa
nrade.
Na banze na masande abane.
Minim enti o masande abane. But enra de
de hu na enra na.
Enra un se
yes of course. Enra ama
enti enra de no ena aba enti ode Kwadwo yanto aso yemfa mamemfa the daybreak mum daybreak former MMDC is declared for Baumia enrei ukopie mu ewo enkranha Alisa Hotel eho ena 220 former Metropolitan Municipal District Chief Executives ebeshia ni nyina ne se Ombeshia, His Excellency the former president, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia, na oniomo edi nkita hu nyina wieye ede nani swade hu eto wo manim okwan obefa so na wasan gitumi ede afri NDC fo nsem ede ama MPP no ɔka wie na ɛne ɔmo sɛ ɔka sɛ deɛ yɛpɛ paa nti ɔmo yɛ nsɛntwerɛfoɔ nhyiamu kɛseɛ ɛna ɔmo sɛ ne nsɛntwerɛfoɔ yɛka kyerɛ mu sɛ yɛnya yɛgyina ha yɛn nyinaa ɛna statement yi a meken yɛasan 220 yɛn nyinaa sɛ ne yɛwu ɛde ama owura Bawumia nti yɛne na ɛna ɛbɛhwe abom na ɔmo si deɛ ɔka ɛkora ɛyɛ ɔmo dɛ ne sɛ ne campaign team no sɛ ɔmo to abama no na ɔlidi party na ne campaign team no there's a desk that would ɔmo a ɛyɛ former ɛyɛ MMDCs no ɔmo benya ɛwɔ hɔ nti ɔne ɔmo a ɛna ɛba bɛyɛ campaign no tie ne deɛ ɔmo awu ɛde ama ne paa anger at burst goil over government officials script on oil import nti no ɛyɛ nsɛm a ɛwɔ ha a okɔ ɛne P3 a ɛna abenya bi akan ɛwɔ ha yɛse ɛne yi ukopie mu ɛwɔ Buster Kwadwo ɛne goil a ɛne ɛnyɛ nika koraa ebufuo aba papaapa ebufuo aba ne nyinaa ne sɛ asɛ aban nkrɔfoɔ ɛpɛ sɛ oil a yɛ import ɛde ba ɔman mu ha no ɔmo nkoa ne ɔmo nkrɔfoɔ nkoa ɛne di saa dwumadie na ɛne deɛ ebufuo ɛna ɛba paa Razak Opoku unveils Brian's 3-pillar transformation agenda for Ghana.
Fatini pano no.
No, yes. Razak Opoku enchro de otro pa. Enchro de onimu chro atro de ye okoskupa. Atro de otro pa. Ne no ene nei ono de ose otai owura Brian Echampon echi. Ni nyina se MPP eye primaries presidential primaries omo bekoyi. Ne no eno de nyinaso mako miensa eno ekire se ai owura Brian Echampon se odi MPP fo nim na ono na MPP fo ebeta na chi no atu sa no be di president a ose adwuma oyeye ewo ministry ahoro a onya akonya esomye no obeboa papa ECOWAS hails Baba Kamara for frontline anti-terrorism role eno eye ambassador Baba Kamara papa na oye Ghana's ambassador na odi dwumadie ewo Nigeria de ma Ghana pa waboa na ene de oye special eye ECOWAS eye envoy on terrorism ena omo kire se wo bone humodin papa Ghana for de Kwadwo Ghana nkasa Ghana for odi yan tu adwuma bia no a ye ni yie pa
no correct
ye ni yie papa Ghana ni bia onya konya aserve ewo ECOWAS ewo EU ewo AU eni adi nyina eni seba akokra ate eye ECOWAS eye commissioner odi dwumadie pa ewo ho na dwumade eso ni pa na abrane nyina ye befie ni ye dwuma na ase na akoye bibie wo ho na akoye bibie wo ho ba se ye dwuma wo nkrofo amanso de a eni ebibirima mu ade a yeto ye bo ase ye pa qualifications to become party leader needs scrutiny. Qualification to become party leader needs scrutiny. We goka ena oka odene hu kwaku apia kokumase a koka ena nkrofo friend pa nkrofo kika se ni ase chema untumi ase fati o boyfriend ase
matumi no
ase bibia tumi no enti ase nipa dodo na ewo kumase no omo ase chairman dene ho ana nkrofo bebre ba chairman o bounce back chairman untumi so bounce back na o yi gold mienu bi ba no de be tu krom na nkrofo she chairman untumi no kra ho enti ene de ase fatiza nkrofo otumi no ase bibi etumi no Kwadwo we ya daybreak ase daybreak ne ensem dodo na anhyeda
Yemfa daily graphic. Akasman bako ngotwe na no nso abo flag bearer primary. NPP MPs must remain neutral. Minority leader Chairman Bonsu Arthur Kennedy shares views. No ewaha Goyle PLC post 84.7 million Ghana cedis profit. Kratefeto so eduasa enkron of Daily Graphic Democrat and bit me understand be ho say goil emfaso wonya ye opepe eduotwe nan atiripo enso offer gratifeto so aduasa enkron Daily Graphic Democrat no na no pay a obetimi ehunu bi na wakenkan ho quash order to restore Ni Adama Lache II Ni Takichuru urges Supreme Court nti yasan de ensem akwakoto omanyi aseni bia kese animu na we efri Ni Takichuru enene wode akwakoto Supreme Court animu se sa wo mo ruling wo de ba abontene se Ni Adama Lache a wotoso mienu yemfa no enka edini a ewo ho se wono mo bedi ga manche eno no wosere na wosere court no womhwe na womo enka ho asem foforo GTEC scrutinizes honorary doctorate titles.
But you can say Supreme Court, appeals court.
Appeals court.
Yes.
Appeals court. But say see no or the Supreme Court. Kinitaki.
At the Supreme Court, at the appeals court ruling. Okay.
The Supreme Court. In the offer Daily Graphic Democrat no and same way any some ahodo no na abetimi hunu na wenya kinkan Sierra Leone president elected chairman of ECOWAS eno edaha National Day for Persons with Disabilities commemorated. Ghana most convenient place for business chief of staff eno this same way atudwa we enen some ahodo a offer Daily Graphic Democrat no and ando pe abetimi hunu mu no kinkan.
Memfa the Hawk and Twaso Emau. No blackout coming. NPA says 350 million liters will keep lights on. Ken drops $7 million to crush top-down madness. Baumia ally blames Akufo-Addo for 2024 defeat. Eno Kwadwo Pokun Safwa. NLC slaps down Closak's lawless strike. Bueman SHS wins OT renewable energy contest. And other stories are
one honorable Kofi Adams.
One editor of a year
okay.
The Hawk Democrat.
Other stories are waha any Cape Coast floods claim 2 lives as canal era buildings collapse. Eno ewo hanum. Chairman rally behind the Jakon for NPP chairmanship. Journal butchered in 50 Peswa fair fracas. And also ewo ha eno Kumasi based journalist Isaac Insia Foster and Asemwe Atonono. 20 Adasco boys axed after drowning disaster. And also ewo ahanum. NPP council in breach. The constitution they vowed to uphold, they now undermine. And also, Ewahanoma, ubetumi enye bi na wakai. When you na stories are offer the Hawk, ubenye bi akai ewum.
Me pacho yenfa the National Enquirer and Twaso. Ghana to become West Africa's assembling hub with Chinese support. We Chief of Staff Julius Debra and Edesa. And some atudwa internedie oba Ghana ye ba be see plant kese power ha ne ye TVs ne ye cars na ye ndie Ghana ha ye be nya ejuma ebe ba pa ofa pepe ya pages 2, 3 and 4 obenya san nsem we nyina akenkan na Kwadwo asem abo so wo Daily Graphic mu no aba Paramount 2 condemns president of National House of Chiefs ni nyina appeals court ruling by say Adama Lache II yemfa ne din enko hye yen listing ne din ewo say wabedi wabe gamanche no eno no say eno ase ne sen debi enya de a omobo adwo sokra King of Eswatini visit Asantehene today enti owo ha oba ensrahwe ewo Ghana ha na obehwese de Ghana ye niema na se ope ahenie ene nsem paade a ene oba asantememu ena obekwaye neyi Eswatini ohini okopiemu ewo Kumase se otumfo kura akọhọ pen akọhọ eno no nso ebe na Kwadwo Obe or the Yiri no Munina Bebana.
And it menim.
Hey, say a state visit and oba. And yes, or then a Yiri Munina Eba. Say, say, the Yiri Monoma, saying,
Menim.
Omadoso,
Nana yere no munsam na oka.
No, say, yeah. So would you tum, so our real baby, would you tumana?
The na me wusa azade na yere no.
So untina me boss of the amount.
Me minti na oka.
Me come out, and
O come on.
oh, okay. Na me baako mpo minti me na me ode baako ana me you no be count.
I see you but.
Fisheries Minister announces strategic war against fishes. Nti ni nyina ne se ye to opunum kakra. Kwadwo ye to opunum kakra free July 1 ekosi ye August 6. Ye to opunum kakra na enam no omo ade omo ho kakra na ye chi omo dodo eno na minister no e de aba ba okay say policy we the then former minister Charles Nkrofo ebu anyoso kra ba se hu se esan se eyenti no ade a we nso e ba ono nso to aso e ho MPA briefs the Energy Committee of Parliament into ubehu MPA boss Urura Godwin Ejuti Tamakulu squad nimfoni eda krate enimu ha kama pa GAF to recruit 12,000 youth over 4 years for over 4 years we a defense minister and odessa and some way so atu eja na other stories are obehu ewa hanse anti-galamsey task force intensify operations into any idea koso papa ene ukopiemu ewo central region any eastern region idea omacheche nkrofo pa matese about 21 excavators ena omo asizi wo hopa enti don't sell sagleme housing project nana otu edges government enti eno enso eno no minister we na medi chat of atiwe come minister launches Tree for Life initiatives enti eno so eno no Tree for Life aba enti yemfa fati entoa no ne yenye na enye fepa na Kwadwo nim say July 1 National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving enti shenenso July 1 we the National Enquirer
manenya wa adwenso majuma.
Oh, you be juma.
The new republic.
Ba you be kwa sorry anopa no. You be kwa bompa ya de ase. Anopa nti be point temu dia meba. But you should disclaimer.
Who you media who deal?
So point them
Who point them wherever?
National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving. Ti anopa no. Yes, I've been into meko prayers and Thanksgiving. So me point temu dia meba. It may or it may not.
The new republic, the Democrat at the toe, and other pay. I'm van Jackets and Vancoma, David Tamaklu. Kevin Autry in $90 million oil sakawa, and no Ewaha. Kevin Autry. The story is in the new republic, the Democrat, and which me who know you can count. GTech boss Jinapo hijacks college pies. Shields NPP principal from probe amidst financial scandal. And order her chief of staff rolls out red carpet for investors as Ghana eyes Chinese billions. Shatta Wale ignites firestorm, threatens FBI exposure against Kwame despite bouts. Bouts over fugitive Oforiata OSP Manasseh barks at Jampo's illicit call. Where you did New Republic Democrat. It won't be and on a perfect bit me when you be a kinkai. It won't more. I don't know.
Main for the new finder and to us so fuel price increase coming. COPEC warns. AMA Health Director calls for truthful reporting to fight Mpox. TOR battles $517 million debt and also Wahanum. Other stories are being paper nimu same. Online recruitment scam, please warn public. Ghana steps up blood care to tackle cancer and sickle cell burden. Ghana gets share of EU's €10 million refugee aid package. Ashanti police arrest gang targeting bank customers. Break US laws and lose your visa, embassy warns Ghanaians. And paid teachers picket GES headquarters over missing IDs back pay. Where stories are and pay the new finder Eddie Abba.
The catalyst, the Democrat and the Hanoni Democratic Chato, from Professor Jambu to NPP's Gabi. You can praise Mahama all you want, but we will take back our money. And no, Kasum scenario start from screen to diplomacy. Agotime Toy 2025 Kente Festival launched. Exposing the flaws in Manasseh Aziri's contradictory political commentary. Stories on pages number 3 and 4 of the catalyst, the Bokratano, and Anapafa, which me when you be akinkai. Time check. Sima baku inum abo apa non song and Anape live on a happy morning show. Brasson said, your day social media trends, and some who do him. Wabe Fontinta, Kessian, so Rapapa Fatisha Bully, I cried so the brain and a pair. Nemum. Or some men can't trust the TV.
Can I get that? Keda. Oh, Bessie. Keda. I'm sick, keda. No, all born no wages. I'm full of all born no wages.
Coffee. I'm on one as well. When it also got this soccer pepper on sugar bowl. The ammonia in the student this way. I don't rice water.
Yes, sir. What is it?
Your assessment of the NDC for the past 5 years.
Okay.
Honorable.
Yes, sir. What is it?
Your assessment of the NDC for the past 5 years.
Okay.
Honorable.
Opening.
Emraso say ye social media trends, ebe bro anope na ye trends, bro di anaminka say Bristol na ometumi aboa ama ye trends bro. Bristol wo high quality MCBs, omo durable distribution boxes, omo a wide range of switches and sockets. Wo the year wo enum kanea ho nneoma ebeboa ye pa. Eboa ema wo electrical connection no. Eye adwuma sene wo say ye enye dia ebitefa ho na afi no wokọ no yesi wo light bill 5,372 meanwhile wo fie bulb baako TV baako fridge baako fan baako 4 enwema na we use because ade apepi afefa ho ebi nam mframem na ekosa me pacho Bristol enwema no enya de pepepeja ai wires no munye naked wires in the boski enwema bia ewo ho entini bia akwadwa so a wo de okwa nkoka se me pe MCB so me pe socket there bi ukwa wo se me pe Bristol to mu yi Bristol nyama no gu ho a na afi ni dia wo hia no weji wom Bristol powering your world safely and efficiently. Na Joel sounds no I ready na because and then they nim say they be na ye de trend no brewa na videos ni bi funny videos ni ade. But and then ye wo ba ku mienu bi wo mu a thought provoking ade ye dey prick wo conscience ye dey twe wa adwen esi bibi eso se na ebe ya wo bobra na we hu dia wo be ye ebi obetumi akase bia arehosem atete sem ene ade ube waso wo hwe ye wo Facebook nso dia ene happy 98.9 FM o hwe a ubetumi ehu dia ye kan wo tie nso a na eno nso no wo tie yen wo happy 98.9 FM me pa cho we waso na fa femme na sa trend we die ehu hia papa muntie asema ye ka ho asemi na ye mfa comment no ento aso emma Seko
The hospital has been my second home for the past 10 years because I chose to follow love. I refused to listen to my doctors and the people around me, and I chose to follow love. So I fell in love with a beautiful, handsome man. We both fell in love. But as time was going, we decided to get married. It was during the marriage that the church asked us to do some tests, okay? And genotype was one of the tests we were asked to do. We got scared with the genotype because we couldn't imagine living without each other if we find out that our genotypes are not compatible. So we omitted the genotype test and then we did the rest of the test. The church asked us constantly about it, but we told them the doctor said this. Later on, my curiosity forced me to go into it. I did my genotype test and I was AS. I assume my husband to be SAA because I don't want to believe the fact that he also be AS. He wasn't a sickle cell patient, so I knew he wasn't SS, but I don't want to believe the fact that, or the possibility that he might also be AS, so I assumed he was AA. So when I did mine, I was AA, I said, okay, let's go. We tied the knot, and our first child was a sickle cell patient. When I got pregnant, I did a lot of labs, of which I was asked to do my genotype. So when I did genotype again, it was still AS. So the midwife wrote it with a pen. The midwife wrote it with a pen, a red pen, yes. She wrote it with a red pen. So I was asked to let my husband also go and do his genotype. And that was when I realized that my husband was also AS. Guys, we gave birth to a beautiful baby girl, but unfortunately my baby was AS. And at least every month we go to the hospital twice. Like the hospital has now become our secure. My baby is in pain constantly. She's constantly in pain. She now has a wound on the leg that the wound is even refusing to heal. My baby is always in pain. Guys, it has put a big strain on my marriage. The love we thought we had for each other has even faded away. Things have begun to be slow, and I regret not doing the genotype test. I regret not letting it go. I regret my action, and this action has had severe impact on my baby. She is now bearing the consequences. An innocent child, guys. Let's not take genotype for granted. I learned 3 days today was World Sickle Cell Day. That's why I decided to share this story with you. Let's not take genotype for granted. Please live. It is better than having a child who is a sickler. That you must always visit the hospital. It has a destiny on your finances. It puts a burden on your finances. The love you both share, your time, hospital, and that child even suffers. This is the little I want to share. Please, those who are here to going to marry, those who are already in the marriage, please don't take genotype for granted, okay? This is my little story, and it was shared to me by a follower to advise others here. Thank you.
Entienne na otiye or say since o worry ya wo hospital in the second home. At least twice a week biano, a month okopiemu ewo hospital because all kwa worry no we de anyese onim abi anyese onam na we hia be ma bi neja o makwa worry o say na sorry e ka kire o se o nkoye test na genotype e ka ho e na wanye omuhu ye pa e no mo ene ochina sa na mo anye no no angasa kra ne later etumi ekoye test no hu se oye AS oye AS no na adwim no ompese obekwa omema nuku na akwache na yakasa nuku no so ye AS na chese mu begu aware no no so opa aware ne chen ne nkwa na ase ne ba ne nkwa no odo wate ahwedo mu ankasa enti no okoso unfortunately okowo ye no akwala no akoye SS enita na ye omukasa AS kawuni AA ena mobo ejeso enti nko ye test no ehun se nukunu su ye AS a possibility se akola no betimi aye SS anka bia wankoware ankowo eye ne bayi ne ba ne de otiase o nanso osi atete ni ohaw even akola no kra ohaw ofem ni oya wo ofem no I don't think so obi ebe pesa ne ba obehwe ne ba enim na ne ba ebe bresa enti osi eye sickle cell awareness no eno no de ono an story eka oye ono a we anya se wakote wo baabi eno ka sanko tie ya anka oni no kunu nyina omo mresa ebi kro odo na omo do no because of the strain of sa ss bahwe no ebetu kra ma odo na te akọ na te se mokọ ya na se mobile comment no enie Ezra, I say, wow, love is really not enough. May God strengthen this couple. Saso and Abba estimates supernatural healing come over you and your entire family. Sharon, I say, ow, sister Kafra. Akosia say, I feel sad for the child. He or she might grow to hate you both because that pain is unimaginable. It's as if something is chewing on your bones. The sickle cell department of the hospital can help with tips that can help in controlling the crisis, though. Praying for all sickle cell patients. Frimpong said, was so sorry about what you're going through. May the Lord strengthen you and the child. Elton said, rule number 1, don't assume. Thanks for this education and may everything work out for you at the right time. Mavis say, I think you guys should go your separate ways because the man can decide to have children outside the marriage and you, what will be your fate? Difficult, but you have to. So as soon as creations, it is well. It's hard to walk out, but please do when your partner is AS and you are also AS. Sir, and I'm more patchy. We know, Nyamiadum test no ewo wa ubet mi aye answer wakum. Inti aden and awonye. The only dangerous thing so any say Nancy no. Okwanyema na omo se na ebese na yenkwa ware wanyem de abesin enti no test bi ambem wanyem wi ansa makwa ware ba se mo hye ho na mo hye ma ware de a mo nye test no ene is better so obi abekọ ni separate ways ana say ebi kra munim you are all aware say ye AS but mo agi atum say ye be ware but ye ho ana say ye be ware but ye be surrogacy ye be ana say ye be pe donor and also ewo ho so say na opena by pefe say wonim say oye AS na wase akofa AS de ene wa nankasa opese ode ohaw ebre wo ho yento aso galamsey fight de ebi mu aka say if we don't take care pa de ayentumi da be hwe akobrane a wenya anu enya akukuduro enya phone record message ama omampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama adentia galamsey muntie
Excellency John Dramani Mahama ono wasuja fo no yesra mon kasa mai galamsey eno ana eboa UT wote ase enye no anke ye fa henfa eno ana eboa mamatimi di ahwe me maamenom ebinum so de hwe omunuanom wo university ebi de hwe omunuanom wo nursing training enye adwuma we ya anke fa henfa agisa krono ne ekobo eno so enye nso nu so e ba be nso a ye wo ha no matoan o number fa yakọ yesre mo we ya na boan ye jawe ya kwakọ ere be adwuma ba biem enye we ya nka akora ketewa bi ntimi enhwe ne maame anaso ntimi nsi dan wote ase galamsey ya na boan yesre mo no maso ye fo ne kasa na eja omunya ya ne afie ntimi nye adwuma kakra why because galamsey de o ni tua eja ya enye na minyini nso se galamsey betumi aguru o Ghana ha sei nye nkwa ne ye nanayi ono oye bi na maya na se ayo wo ye go ono ofiri ono oye bi baby jet ono oye bi nye nkwa ne ye wa yesre mo Ghana by Excellency John Dramani Mahama ono wasuja fo no yesra mon kasa mai galamsey eno ana eboa UT wote ase enye no anke ye fa henfa eno ana eboa mamatimi di ahwe me maamenom ebinum so de hwe omunuanom wo university ebi de hwe omunuanom wo nursing training enye adwuma we ya anke ye fa henfa agisa krono ne ekobo eno so enye nso nu so e ba be nso a ye wo ha no matoan o number fa yakọ yesre mo we ya na boan ye jawe ya kwakọ ere be adwuma ba biem enye we ya nka akora ketewa bi ntimi enhwe ne maame anaso ntimi nsi dan wote ase galamsey ya na boan yesre mo no maso ye fo ne kasa na eja omunya ya ne afie ntimi nye adwuma kakra why because galamsey de o ni tua ejaya enye na menyini so se galamsey betumi agu no Ghana ha sei nye nkwa na ye nanayi ono oye bi na maya na se ayo oye go ono ofiri ono oye bi baby jet ono oye bi nye nkwa na ye wa ye sremu.
It is named.
Elia, me pacho we mo fana. Oni momo mo ye bi ni nyina. Enti no obe boa mo ama mo so mo nyina mo pen mu. Comment na aba no enie. Then me say, can't you farm on the same land to survive? Ambassador Gosson say, we beg you to also stop. The water bodies are being destroyed. Kerry Nafis say, begging or selling out. And you are selling out. Nana we mu nyina aka ho. Taylor say, Akoi sell out. So as soon as coach, asemo, but the government should create jobs for them, especially masonry that they can do easily. So and Kabu, I said the nearest police station would be better location for that peaceful gesture. So and Desmond, I say, please, let's be careful how we do things. You can't destroy our water bodies and later call the government to fix that problem. We need to have a better discussion about how to mine. Intisa and also etie na menfa ba konso enka ho emam. We no countries, different countries. Any send your mufaswa or more a trainee, say your firefighters or say your first respondent to say then into the United States for a buyer, and omudi India for so abba a quite mufaso a year or training no na any say adaje nipo so omuni adaje omude be ya wanwan yo ma bi any America o nipa no tubrika na okuta na twede o tumbrika na ode atwede no afro edan no ode kwa akodumja in Britain for the no so e baaye na ne omude e chense omoye yi Olympics no ene ha sisi a na omude atwede no efo na me fu ya medi me be nko ami o nti no me fu na sa ade na ya medududu a ene ombe pie mu Nigeria memu omo no mo di wheelbarrow na omo de ye omo training no na wheelbarrow jakora na muntumi nnum ni me say wheel eja ya contain there were wheelbarrow mu eja ketekete bi asa wo de aye ayi abasantrawo mefin wo de asoja na aso eja ketekete kra na muntumi nnum no wheelbarrow mu no na imagine wo dan hye na wo ko from enti ane Nigeria for na kofa we e de bae comment ni Excellencia, I say, it's a shame that a Nigerian would make content to bring his or her country down, promoting Western countries. That shows the state of mind. What a shame. So and a blend, I say, it's obviously a mere fire drill you compare to a full intervention portrayed in other countries. Get the right video and repost. Tosbury, see, you all look at these countries like they are perfect, but they are not. Amiri, see, Nigeria is doing well. The extinguisher is just from Timu. So and Omotizi say leave Nigeria. Any about Pizi. Omotizi say leave Nigeria alone. This is all lies. Waiting happen. So and Ejura say these are different kinds of drills and the videos are fast forwarded. Please don't bring your country down. Sa enete. Me pa cho someone him say e Friday no. Ye to me echo ball. Na ball no. Na Mwako Junior. Any all bright. Ade omoye wo park ne so no. Ya twi egu fidie so a ye de bro mpacho ko Facebook Happy 98.9 FM. We no ye hwe ye ntie. Nti ko na ko hwe bi. Ade konti omo ma ye 5 no. Omo spelling HAPPY no enu nie. Ewie ko we asekra na car ball na na Mwako a ye de ne to stretcher so e ko hospital. Car is na monupo. Ono no de ne ho kɔ ball car no ye de ne kɔ hospital edu ho a gobe no as a concrete beans ne ye baako 7 ena gare be so lunka baako eno oda ho no odi enti na che so community ena oye de oye no mo de mo nhwe na na mo ako ene all bright nso de ene dinchi enya asem keto e wo park no so mo de mo nkɔ na mo nkɔ hwɛ bi enti saa na tie wo hwɛ video no wia na wo me a na we hu say ye de social media trends no ye de esi a Bristol ɛna aboa yɛn ɛma yɛde abrɔ na nabo akonso deɛ me jojo na so still with the video no call bɛbɔ ama wɔka etia no nso ɛnyɛ hwee yɛbɛfa ne saa
ebi o na baako no unse baako wa na ɔka no
enti saa ɛna ɛtia ha ɛna me social media trends at Bristol ɛbo a yɛma yɛde brɛ wo no ebesie Bristol ɛwɔ high quality MCBs main switches and no boa with efficient power distribution or more durable distribution boxes for secure connections. So and a wide range of switches and sockets are a with all your needs. Intino NG inferior electrical solutions. Ukwa also mepe Bristol ebe power we are say safely and efficiently. Madam say. Yes.
Before Obekono, the first year trend.
Yeah.
Yemfenye efutu. Sefah no pain. Yemfenye efutu and efutu edi kan. Enkoma asori. Because as part of a year counseling, that is if omo enipa mienu na ebe ware no omo kwa asori and they want to subject themselves to church counseling. And I say not even church counseling, even we say bia oba kuhu a private air counselor crampa I be anya asori. One of the first requirement say obema enipa mienu na ebe ware no omba koye medicals.
Yeah.
And the compatibility text no sickling eka ho bi.
Yeah.
Eka ho bi. Okay. Enti o de ba so omo de ba omo de brewo counselor no. The process is that so omo de ba na bi so de da o counselor no you don't accept it. Say there are some counselors cry obeka chiro say baby a okoye no ma omo dispatch emre ono
directly.
Yeah. Directly. Me former osofo is a medical doctor, in fact professor of medicine. Ono those days okoya ni office the baby a okoye na and ono because of ejuma no ye nti no ono mpo ne be recommended labs na ma.
Yeah.
Enti bia akase bia ne boy de nti wa ba akoye wo baby a opa is allowed. But we are the address and now the bemom for them to dispatch the results to him. And I say, O bejiaba, but o de ba na say o detect say ya temper with her and yet you be accepted. And that is the procedure. Enti o de ba na say bia uhu bibia pe say bimpa unya. You can get a medical assistance. You call both parties together. No, I can't. One more. The reason why you are giving the advice. But look, yes, we are. Obeka said the choice is yours.
Yeah.
So I'm coming to the second leg of the discussion. Enti one o counselor na go through process nyina ewie no then why explain bibia akere mo no we are no aka kere mo say the choice is yours. The choice is you, both of you. Enti say the story or the story obey story study case and case study obeka kere o say mumienu ma meet compatibility test no.
Yeah.
Because AS any compatible.
Yeah.
Say a year
AA. That's a yes.
And I say ASAE.
Yeah.
And I say a year
AAAA.
And they're highly compatible. And to move your choice no. But you see, muni pami no. And yes, some way selfish. Mu detect here. Fati, ene their medication even say mu ye AS akwadwo. And look, obi o tie me bia on tie me ye. Se mu mienu mu ye AS na mu decide say mu invest enti mu pese investment amu mienu mu aye no ebi kura my plans before going to take the compatibility test. Even though me, I would suggest that the best way is say before I move invest emotionally, mentally, financially, bibiano, my compatibility test, no. Because at least that's what I did. Because Fati, me dear no, na minimum send me AS, and I can say it here. Na minimum send me AS. So I was always looking out for A. Enti Michelle obi na me feel say me were feelings kakra. Now that was the first conversation. Even before we will have lovey conversations. The first initial conversations. Yeah, look, me medical comedy actually. Me AS. Oh yeah. Into ye then. At least man encounter e ma bebrede ba kakra na me encounter no be enim ni de. Enti they got to know DS because na me ni medie. But what I'm saying is se mu komu nyina awie na mu behu se mu ye AS Sefah their medications. Say oba no enyima Fati oba no enyima their medications say mutimi ne boarding.
Yeah, of course.
Se mutimi afford dia obetimi awo akola no en change ni genotype ne die. But constant a year hospital ne ade lady ne story no almost 10 years hospital my second home. Because Fati minimobia AS but omoma miensa no
yeah
obi eniwa onya crisis.
Okay.
The usual crisis.
Yeah.
Minimobi nso a AS akola no in fact omo wo ma miensa mienu they are okay baako de oye carrier. That's at least you've used the word the right word oye carrier. So enuanom mumienhwe ye husu yi because look, if you've witnessed it like I have, Sefah enya de na see wo a wo ben no sometimes Fati etete o na akola no and obi kan omo comment obi kan say the pains no enye adeketu o Sefah enti mpamcho moma yenhwe ye husu yi. Let us do the right things at every yes obana sem no se no odo but the love alone is not enough. What the family is going through no odo ne wa mbiem enei timpamcho moma yenhwe ye husu yi.
Before you engage, the first conversation that you need to have is whether the two of you are compatible. Before you listen, before you engage, and look, the critical thing that you should be looking at is your compatibility.
Yes.
Not the money that the person is having.
No.
Not the house.
No. Not the beauty.
Not the beauty.
Not the nyash. Not the BBR.
Are you compatible, the two of you? See, I say, Ekobani say, mo edi abofra ebe asia. Are the two of you compatible? Think about it. Say, fear de tremoon. The mem yawa de tremoon. Ye di hunko.
Yes.
Oh, Jumedi.
Yes.
But it looks as if Ghana for you take a lot of things for
granted.
Bibi as a bibi ya good day. One say one.
I think our understanding is that every away when nipa no nam ho, the person looks fine to you. The also must say, but AS no, enya the sickle cell.
Debbie.
Also must say,
Debbie.
SS no, and the sickle cell.
Yes.
AS could
a
even
healthy
mean
carrier.
exactly.
Or a healthy carrier.
Or will be.
Yes,
will be.
yes.
And to what's work of will be on AS
Yes,
or
sir.
no will be.
Ajita.
Now the beboma. The possibility
High.
high.
Sefa.
The possibility is high.
Sefa. Menu mi
And
nyina.
then idea yet to say yarea. Nipa no hu na obeka say oh this person looks sickly. This person
me they say me genotype no AS positive. Me wa ha hu bibi o me.
Oh, of course not. Enti nya ne say ho.
Obi wo ha o ye SS. Obi wo ha o ye SS o ye carrier. Ba obehu no we all bibia.
Yeah, true.
Sefa menu nyina we share a mutual friend. Sichu.
Yeah.
So kai sichu.
Yeah, sichu banku.
O kai sichu
Yeah.
yanku. Many situation, we've gone through this. Now on tiasie, na on pese obetiasie kra. One day me ankasa fati, me ankasa. Ena me fa taxi, ena me de call eye Kolebu, the center at Kolebu. Yekoye oye oye me Sefa, the first conversation, the initial conversation with Menaya was look, me ye AS. Enti as matter of when nyame pa. And the amount benya interest in is a newspaper article. I think years back, I think somewhere 205 or so. I just picked a newspaper and there was an article in it. Me can't then I'm saying, na say na dit here. Then I went to my godmother, then CEO of Kolebu, and I'm saying, mama na sa secretary ya kan want some say net here. And I say, oh dear, then I'm see me nim. And I say, hey, it was a Saturday, it was a Sunday. The next day, I say, memra Kolebu. And I'm a check. And since then, first thing I tell couples, young, yes, be warrior. First idea me catch roman. Me we are kete na me twe me madam na me ni nyina call rage.
And then I am punk as a man.
Rage ewia.
You go break bra.
Man can ask him near we ask him.
No, ewia and you call rage. Na on tiase. In fact, no on tiase.
Go check in
Oh yeah, enei otiase. Because of enkwala started by.
Yeah.
Ba kwa kofa no ba kwa fa me.
That's all.
But we are okay.
Yeah.
So know it. It's better you have the information than you don't have the information. Oh, if you say education is expensive, try the other one.
Ignorance. Happy 90.9 FM. Yakoba, Nkomo, Vicente Delsin President. Vicente, good morning, going out to you. Yakoba, when we return from the break, the conversation on AI continues live on a happy morning show. And now pay. Me come because it's time. It's time. No. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. You go for
Sefa, let me date it. Let me date it. No, but no. Fati achima dwen si bibi so. You see the way me pause here. Sichu eye madamfo or ye bema me ni Sefa nyina animo no. And his struggle was that Oba no Obewa no was asking for them to do it.
Yeah.
And for months it was back and forth.
And no cry na mom wedding chair.
We dey ask obi o say omo ko ware a o say na yere ne say omo ko ton chance ya onto de to aso miensa. Ono so ntia say so better the same chance miensa.
No, it was a struggle until say until say me busa answer what's the struggle? Please tell me what's the issue? And on say now say wait keke. Can you please invite her? He invited her. We all went to Kolebu and both of them
Is the case closed? Any
case closed.
And no one can say about marry.
Meanwhile,
I can say because for me and Muko worry AS be train back home, baby. Why?
So the
AA to AS to AS.
See, and for
you need to have a lot of dominant ones.
Miss Boston, please listen to this. Now I linger for almost 5 months.
Messiano ne delay situ aware.
Now why? No,
forgive us.
No, the point
but
is
that's
that,
an
yes,
example.
I know if you say HIV
test.
test.
If
That's an example,
yeah.
yeah.
And I know if you say HIV test.
No, the point is that not until you say when you don't have the
Until we say
information.
then, okay.
Yes, what is it? Why are you worrying me with this? There, until say he went to the center, counselor, any trance, unya education was he came out very happy. So it's the education. And the fact that most of us, we take things for granted.
The education is very important. But I'm saying, see,
maybe one Friday,
just had to get a session on the show.
We spoke about it on
last Thursday.
Last Thursday, yes.
Last Thursday we spoke about it. The lady was commemorating the World Sickle Cell Day.
Okay.
It's that day, no, and I know hospital.
Yes.
Na or this as but yo enkona enkenke da keke ati.
Enkenke da keke.
Menkenke da.
Nkubi o nam.
Nkubi o nam keke.
New Kivo hot pepper powder. Loco show. This advert is FDA approved.
Happy International Father's Month. We bring you greetings from E-Productions. This June, we are offering a whopping discount for production services of all magnitude, be it personal, social, or corporate, to celebrate fathers. For other events happening after June, worry not. You can still enjoy same Father's Month discount once you place your order in the month of June. At E-Productions, we are happy to assist you in capturing special moments within a friendly budget. Call 024-2755-323 or reach us via socials at E-Productions. E-Productions, capture the moment.
We in this chamber, we are politicians. The clerks at table, they are not. So when we are doing our politics, we do our politics. I'm happy the clerk has just entered. The cameramen, when the majority leader was on his feet, they are only focusing on him. If a cameraman would deliberately take, when I've taken my leg out of my shoe, Mr. Jetro, let your cameraman know that if they want to play politics with a camera, we will not take kindly to it. Yes, Mr. Speaker, if they would now be taking our legs, why is it that when he goes to the majority leader, he's only focusing on the upper part of his body? If the cameraman will be doing partisan politics, then he must be in caution. Mr. Speaker, I had momentarily taken my legs off my shoe. Then he zoomed the camera down to take it. Mr. Speaker, I will speak on some of these things because today it may be me, tomorrow it may be you. It is not right because I was in pain and I removed my legs from my shoe. How come I'm debating? You decided to only zoom down. Mr. Speaker, we should. It's me. Mr. Speaker, why? No. Mr. Speaker, I will speak to it. If we do not check some of these things, tomorrow they will deliberately zoom on your phone and spy on what you are reading. They must be told that they should do their work professionally.
I think so. We will keep on saying, you will find your way, beautiful woman. But, Mr. Genotype, no, so on because your knowledge of it will help you determine the kind of man that you would have to settle down with. Critical. The Abe say abofra biti ni baby. On suma Sefah-Danquah said the Debianam Mame Equiasa Wakatremian. Na Isan say your indecision and your lack of responsibility inti near a Sefata Sewuye and sana wonhunu anamuntu abetu o aremun wanye na obehwe na de nsunsun so bone emfa ma wo nko a wo so ne de ba bedua bofra no so menime binumu a those times I wo if we chrome menime binumu no mo sickle cell a na se awo base ya fati ensuo to say no. I'm telling you, I am telling you, yeah, they will not come to school for an entire term. There be a normal many papa no e diakoniaba at hospital because they want to keep the children alive. And by God's grace, some of them are my age, some of them are even older than myself. We saw them. We saw the pain that they went through.
Happy FM,
and the pain that their parents also had to go through. Ebia enkane no enana yenya kwan a yebetimi afaso na edi ehunu. Enei kwan a yebetimi afaso de ehunu ye genotype. Eno no. Eye kwan bebre so. Asopitis ahodo a wo oman mu. Bebre no a wo kon betimi ahwe e de ama. Onum so oba no wo akwara afoforo kra they able to quickly check. Ti akwada no onyini no onim ne genotype. Drum it in the head of abofra no say esan se owo we ni nti we ni we na betimi ni om esai we ni we untimi ni no enye den inside. Let your children know. But say why you adwene wasi utirimu po say o kwa akware a na ebia unyankon aware no kura nyanhya ase wati ase ebia mu kokuo mu twempena with the hope, with the GDSM of Bokako already. Nene, forget about the wedding. Patrotini, forget about the lavish wedding. The most important factor, I bet me, se ma warrior na mobe warrior no. A bet to me a jina, and I say end to me nina, has got to do with your compatibility, genotype wise. Misro. Emma obia na ye ware wi achiri betimi akwa akoye na be ware ya wi achiri na be kwa akohwe no na you are not compatible na mo ye ne de oh me ode ye wo kra ebehu na wo be wo awie na akoda na ye ss na wo be ye ne de you will find your way, beautiful woman, but beautiful woman kona ko check you there handsome man ko na ko check you there what. So you know whether you are compatible with the person that you are with or not. Pe semena papa ebetimi aboa wo ama wasi muniema maniema no ani atese nwan fefefe eyefufu afufu eyewiemu awiem sa pepepe enye de odi egu woniema so se usia na tuniema no college ni nyina de afrafuntumfra oye ho hwia enye ye dabi se okoto jama detergent powder jama ewo multi enzyme stain removing formula ewura watade no mu wontuma no mu obeshit no mu eyi efia hodo bia ede ne ho akwa akosiesie atade no ni ntwodo ne ntwe aso atade no tokuru mu enyina etimi kowura ho eyi fi ni nyina de firi mu ma atade no ene ti se nwan na nya no nko akeke asan eja ihwa papa e wo atade no mu wona ma wo hia laventa se de bia meka kire so obomoden a eto jama no emo bia na adawo misrewa se wokọ na jama na ya tworo ede agu eye park no ho no enye JAMA misrewa ento ode that down grab your jama washing powder today at any shop near you. Jama, your partner for clean clothes. Yom herbal lotion ewaha na yom herbal lotion your body and joint pain reliever. Misro so huna edodo wo huna yo ya ekuru bi na atu wo emaje se eyo ya wodwene ho a wonte ase oyafun bi na eka wo uti na epai wo okon na akranke mesre se ebia eye udwonku bi na abuo ku bi papa de atwi so ama oyaw no a wuti ni nyina de akwa na ni na mekanfo yom herbal lotion de ama wate yom herbal lotion obetimi de massage wate de besra ho nyina bo na ho adwo se fam eno de woda na ho na oda asa obole a wanya eye kusi bia mene na ne ba fa kono na oda sa omprempo mesre bomodien na pe yom herbal lotion ni bi eto pharmacies ahodo na herbal shops ahodo mu nyina obetimi anya bia to wate na ne doso pomu no Deals Generation Enterprise eno wo de aba Ghana ha obetimi anya bi na wato na wa yusu na wato aton 0244 730 295 0244 730 295 and 0302 945 146. Yom Herbal Lotion is your #1 instant body and joint pain reliever. Buy, use, promote, and end.
Beautiful woman about you. Beautiful woman about you. Them no they talk through.
Soccer bet semin control soccer chance ho. Select 10 or more matches. Odds no say ebiaye 1.30 and above. Say ulusi one game one. We will still reward you with 3 times your stage. On pay na per day on other platforms. Ulusi one game one. That was taking in no ash. Esa no na waboka gu. Esa no ususa no akekeda. Sa pepe ne tie. But with soccer bet and soccer chance, you know, enya dia ulusu one game when you've selected 10 or more matches. Ulusu one game, I just say I share good there. We the audition mu try, sika audition mu try no. Ye ma home yensa. Umpe we na pede hen. Mamenka sen share kakra on terms and conditions apply. Soccer bet is your #1 betting platform in Ghana. Omo de na boru asisi awati. Na ni sika no yenya bi ni wate. Safin watching video no ediato high happy 98.9 FM. Happy morning show no asukusu autie no jumadi na hyase simadu akama no nsia abo. Yetremwa kopem bra no nwotwe nonkron ebebo. Sisi ameno ka say akasima no baako enwotwe na no nwotwe abo 8 to 8 live on happy 98.9 FM. Onim say na anopa yetena ase ayehase adingo no hwe AI artificial intelligence ya ka ho asema ka but I know say there is a group of individuals omunim AI the echo anase nia kwan be fa so bitimi aboa ama ejumadi ahodo ayedie eno no ni nyina no etumi awie pay ediaman. But the point is that there are a lot of people that have a lot of misconceptions about AI. See, I can say AI no kra no a eno ne de Precious Dakwa ya brantoa one de wa jesin ho so say ene no eba no eye computer ho sensem mu a obedi mu ntintiman pa we data scientist yene ne ntwetwe nkomo emfa eye what AI is, what the future is when it comes to AI. Precious, anopema mo atimu akwaba.
Very good morning. I didn't catch you.
I ain't kind of tree. Say the baby to me, I teach mama will be at here.
Okay, but really, but I want to say,
Boko. Mijiri sa onzo ho ye de.
Pacho me so me ho ye. Me de me cha wotie fo nyina.
Etie fo jo so quick one. Ya T AI because artificial intelligence. And on the dear he. What is it?
Okay, wait a minute. That's where Mr. Shema Diamami. Yaka AI, artificial intelligence. You're bringing back artificial intelligence. And you say machines. Yeah, I say machines. I say yes, machines. HCR, yeah. No, me actually, you find say future no. Yeah, the obituary. You find say. And then, sorry, I'm a pebia, tea, sorry, I'm a pebia, tea. A bit do ten bino. Machine, sorry, I'm a pana or con in China. Or the catcher say, Pasota Maso was already tea. And no, any friend artificial intelligence. And then, no one day, a boa company is so Emma, data, omuji free, ya hono. They say Vodafone, MTN, omuji data free, it's a bank fee. Data free. It's a person who Gilona. AI now needs to say, oh, Nipa we ya follow ni manu, Nipa we ya follow ni manu. Ye we because JJ data, JJ nyama free ya home. And no hu sa nyama na. Di say, obi bet ya loan na say, won't ya loan. The AI no the about the boy because the man Obia Juma yet Remano, and Obia Juma El Cosomano. It is so your company now use AI idea. You better in the major. Say you can't see AI, and one is a machine airborne IPA and a machine airborne. Yenny now you will be as to say, Bibia, you be in 10. Yes, in your chair, future and so, and on AI at Patrick.
But Precious, in your view, would you say a yes, sir, and someone would treat me? I am from Africa, and you narrowed down to Ghana. Would you say Nipado Dwanwa to me at Tiasia what AI stands for and seeks to do for a year Nipado Dwanwa more money?
About AI, like I say, what Africa no. Yeah, no, I feel like you try and say, you adopt our educational system. Osha, Legonse. Osha academic city, Osha Access University. Omina fe no mo jatu. Afe no mo try say obey star course no. Ama mebu na wo Ghana no. Ya beti ase ni yesu yetimi aden. Ye dia ye ejuma. Ba okwa montin a the probity say US, China. No mo di tinman e wo sa technology na ye kan wa fe no. Di yo mu bibia. But you won't be of war Ghana, your master was a mission. Almost change me say, me a data scientist, me share data science, me search artificial intelligence. When I may, it's over LinkedIn say, media could say, me share data science, me share data analytics. Well, if you never win, yeah, for dear say, a bema or mine, you now more mining artificial intelligence, we are say. No multimedia yo mejuma because ejuma for best 20 years no nipa ba ko pebe tinya yin say ejuma no ise no na enunti ama na ye say ye be gia too because say artificial intelligence we ba obi a fele say e be gi ejuma finitin but time of course make sure the positive impact e wo inti e wo say yen wo see artificial intelligence but I think say Ghana for I think Africa we are trying to adopt it. Yeah, just Africa the slow when you might be saying technology there, slow, your educational system no receiving other things very, very slow. But me a big draw, no see a year what all. You be master we I prefer 28 year a man for AI space in.
What will it take? I bet me ama ni padodo no a atumi agiatumu edi juma.
Okay, number one year AI policies. Your policies now you're making. I think say in the beginning of the year or late last year, a lot of companies almost try to make governments or normal create AI policies. But I think say they are making good progress. Because then it's other universities, then other universities are more Ghana, or more beginning to adopt it. Because sɛ bibi foforɔ ba na policies bie ni ho anaasɛ obiara pɛ sɛ otu fra na ɔkɔyɛ mu a nipa bɔne fom ɔno nso bɛtumi atam saa AI na ɛde ayɛ ade bɔne yɛbɛtumi de AI na asa ɛstadi nipa abɛdi nipa bɔne the same AI na yɛbɛtumi afa ɛde asɛ nipa it is yɛanyɛ policy around it yɛanhyehyɛ mmara wɔ ho a nipa bɔnefoɔ bi tumi kɔfa na nipa bɔnefoɔ bi tumi kɔfa a ɛbɛha adwene ìgbẹ́ no deɛ ɛwɔ sɛ ɔman no and our government equity policies but I think they are doing well they are in the progress so that is how we are able to absorb it right it's one of the best achievement into government equity policies now universities in our society I take you over that now AI educators yes we are making sure yes right yeah the best ethical AI we are now boy in
But the concerns that we raise here, these are concerns that are widespread. Even Oko European Union, there are concerns with issues having to do with ethical application of AI. Among for concern, are these concerns not legitimate? Because some of the countries are not really ready because they don't have the right policies or the right infrastructure to start full adoption of AI.
So if you have AI in the now, adoption of AI in the as a company and as a country so you know before I do and before WhatsApp I start seeing near the status. But American any the status. If you ain't Ghana for no and I ain't Africa for no. You bet me start education, but after you better start education, I was a mrawo. No, American, if they do things, yeah, yes, my move on. Almost, be very creative about the AI space. No much me creating your mind, a beboa. Yang to move on. You be now for sure. But see, Bibia, it's so far by next, let's say, you. And they are no credit so far by they don't just do so you. It's the bad aspect of it. But then let's look at the good aspect of it. The good aspect of it is strong. Everything I never be brave. Only a flying cars. When I saw technology advancement winning now, and only a better swing. Maybe I share what TikTok, you share Facebook, Instagram, see a music card and they won't say Obian send it iPhones such as say never in nano. To make sure will be we find Akumamu Yare, to be chair Yarea or Ujina machine book at Yarea won't win winning AI and AI. What you say? It is yes, so you did the two plane near Kwadwo. See, it's Miss Yahweh, yes, we get to meet building assistance here. A bad one because a no fast 1 year. It's when only say, although you have a bad aspect of it, but then let's look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is the most important thing.
But the bad aspects, and whether we like it or not, will rear its head once in a while. What in your view?
Oh, yes.
Do what in your view do you feel say a bit to me a year to ABA as soon as when a bit to me and Susan Boneno, a bit to me a brennas here.
Exactly. It is a kind AI policies now make rules and regulation regarding the AI. What you say? If you answer will be better starting because yes starting now your school no. Me and my dear friend 1+1. Will be next train say 1+1 A 2. It is a Nipani try and throw say 1+1 A 4. ABC and 1+1 yeah better say 4. But because somebody check the 1+1 is 2, you need and you have to say 1+1 and pamper a 2. If you answer now, this AI no answer now the AI in the man. You better say, I'm right down AI no fire we. What the yard we are, you bet so. What the yard we are, you bet so. Esa nipano or starting ocean onim faswa ebe baniso. And as unimadia ebe ham. Well, if it's animal we the ebe fatu ede abre the animal we are. But we are the send the mechanic nipa boni for the obe finding ways. a system ni mu obeta ni with but see it meti e ho ase na nkofo na omo ye papa ne dɔɔso a ebe boa ma ye hu omo di bɔne ni mpo omo di bɔne mpo a ye betumi asa de sa AI na asa create system a ebe san chi san nkofo na omo ye nyamra asem no.
Precious, what kind of infrastructure need be here? Say if we say as of mine, yeah, to use AI.
Okay, so in the AI, as an best starting, your educational system in programming, I will say very high. And so, this is say data analytics, you share advanced Excel, you share Power BI, you share MySQL, and you database, and you share you share programming language, be a friend of Python, and R. Very important because all person build the program, be an person build the technology, be your language be you use. They build the system with, and only a friend of Python programming. If you know any creative system with, it is yet me, for Bibria, and I am for 40 years, say, start programming language is very important. I think, even young more from Omuni, you bet me, I compose you cause a moment in a San Omuni in almost to say, oh, be big to say artificial intelligence or into I was saying the idea we answer. Sana meet me that she met me build the system, yeah, bit me up what she. If the system is I didn't have this fair thing. It was so Python programming. I was so seeing programming language be a bit boy with me I build the system we. Who flew what and so now being your friend is a Bonnie can say prototype. Because what me build the prototype, you know. You want to say the open so yeah car can see ya. And so obey your concoca. We are concoca, no one will send you over to your car can see it. It is 100 years. It's a Python program in a bit now I build the smaller systems. Now failure yet now build the larger systems. It's a known area now failure you bet me outsourcing equipment and now you bet me outsourcing experience. Yeah, the bed and yet the machines you bet back together. No much producing the output that we are looking for.
Will it demand a lot of investment?
The investment in AI, any country that is focused on infrastructure, always wins. It's investment in it. The more we invest into this AI, I think it's going to help us in the long run because investments there. They are in a way because the man or more frano. Omo isuye bibia at least omo knowledge about it. Omo kwa abontin ko sua nyama omo ba omo to be build the systems it made the boat move forward. It's a lot of investments are actually needed for this AI space. So that one they are advocates for that. But the most important investment that should be made now is the education and then the training and then the learning. There are a lot of companies that are doing that. You can look at the likes of Blossom Academy. Your company be a friend Blossom Academy. It is very, very prominent in the AI space. You have a lot of companies like Amalitech. It is very prominent in the AI space. You have a lot of communities like Ghana Data Science Summit. You know, really now, start training and learning of this AI. Is very accessible to everyone in Ghana. It's an investment and they are very important.
So, investment in which and which areas and immediately you bet me apply the use of AI, bet me improve productivity because when we are doing the investment, we are looking for a return on our investment.
Yeah. And companies are starting using AI and you say almost 30 and book. We share Obi to say Mino Lab. Your company be a friend Mino Lab, a health company. Almost building AI systems it may predict any power cancer. First, an answer of using power cancer. Obey your lab, be you better checking the moja, you be any say, the baby is an answer any pandemic we are in power one on the Some new lab waiting use the AI system. We must not take some sense of the human being. No, we so or when you diarrhea, who fever, who see. Oma compile way in AI system no we share anima way in it has an out in the machine multimo say oh nipa we or cancer it's any more ya it's meaning that was an hoyare. Other companies so start building AI systems that companies be to say higher data, companies be to say farmer lines. Only now build these systems. Even farmer lines a agricultural company. Only say we're building AI system. Buama won't say and crop for no more a classic acrano. Maybe more fan you. Yeah, crop on a class. A boy mama over to me at the catanasi because young fan said so omo no by any a wua. Sometimes I almost here. It's almost to make no by any picture keke. No, they say AI system. AI system needs to be say, oh, because one water in dry and in rich, because if you are a be say abaso, because we be say na ba intina wonomano it's way nice to meet Buama, Safamet, no, almost me every year, when you may year, and almost me produce baby, it's me that for mine. It is yet niche the AI system we call agricultural company. You know, agriculture makes 40% of our GDP, you know, and that's the biggest number you can ever get. It is 40% of our GDP being treated well by AI. Near perfectly here. I think say if you are not proud of bathroom, if you are not answer if you are not better proud of bathroom because we are making sure say the AI system no born ne full buying. We have a lot of produce. In the farmers crowd almost go into farming almost because who go into farming sometimes we slow because we need say we be on my and after we on my but so AI system we the boawa. Because we could draw into and I'll make sure there will be more produce because you are confident will be more produce. And if you're able to get more produce too, you know, Ghana benefits as a whole because the more we into the more the price it reduces. And the production in the company will also go on. And the also better.
Precious, me know as na yem fan kono insia. I think say here, you've given us the foundation for further conversations on a quite bit me faso to adopt AI properly. Me know what's in on the pay.
That's your medasi.
Ura Precious, Dakwa, data scientist, but unim Ura Lolo Alfred Konglu, head ICT infrastructure, Ho Technical University, head media communication at IIPGH. Is in the house. I think 2 weeks ago, and he didn't come up on data 1st of July, and it was a very, very insightful conversation. And I pay where Jan Juma dear, oh dear, nah. By this I'm going to class, I will try there. But I see, the conversation is very interesting. Conversation is very important, and so we must have that. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Number Chapumbo go there.
Bad
yes. What did you do? But the foundation has been created.
Yeah.
As a state, are we ready? Yeah, Ricardo.
Of course, we have no option. Whether we are ready or not, we have no option. We just have to position ourselves as a country. And AI, I would say, like he said, is not something that's abstract. It's not too remote to us. We use it daily. We have been using it. We have been seeing it in different forms. Okay. But now it is so close to us that we need to have a national policy. We need to make people aware. We need to create awareness. We need to educate it. We need to inculcate it into our educational curriculum right from crèche.
Right from crèche.
Right from crèche.
We should start teaching our Mufrano.
Yes.
AI.
Yes.
Right from
crèche. Sebe on bet me finding information. AI is all about information. On it is a akola any homework on him. Obehu send your obesia aye friends say a crafty prompt or bet me abisa AI no one has specific answer. And so we just have to be ready for it. Mamima example. Mo studio hamimba hada. Hey, me try about. Most of the mimba hada.
True.
Oh, me free who na mimba yo.
Yeah.
But me baba simu who send me location.
True.
And one say me tap link nso. Na me data on. Na Google Map edi me abedru ha.
Yeah.
Edi can me bisa say what is the best time to set off so that I can beat traffic? Or say if you want to beat traffic, set off as early as 3 a.m. Yes.
3 a.m.
And I'm setting off as early as 3 a.m. By 3:30, I'm a sim. Faha. This is the best route to take. This is the most economic route to take. Now me fasa na edimi bedru ha. Me do ha na bisa security say I hire a friend saying
Happy FM.
Or say I hire Happy FM. Now me parking my car. AI has made it. But that is AI. But let's look at, assuming I don't know here, and I'm to call somebody to direct me. So when will I, where should I pass to come to Happy FM? You say, Happy FM. Somebody doesn't even know Happy FM is in Accra. You direct you to a different region.
True.
You'll be calling people and wasting time. But AI has made it so easy. Now, another way we see AI every day, and it's a phone. Maybe type me or be sending me message. Usually I say thank you, but I type the thank you in my language.
Yeah.
I say akpe. So as I said, there be me type akpe. Now, if somebody sends me message and I want to reply, and it has to be thank you, the phone suggests akpe. Then I see it, I just tap on it. So it's like, how did the phone get to know? The phone doesn't understand that way. But a repeated task, then the phone learns from it. Pattern learning. Okay, then the phone learns from it and begin to suggest to you. So we just need to position ourselves in such a way that we will be able to take advantage of the AI evolution that we find ourselves in. Else, there will be no future for our generations to come.
But Mr. Lulu, and I asked the question based on the fact that we've been in this country, we've been on this continent. We've had 3 revolutions that have come.
Yeah.
The recent one was Web 2.0.
Exactly.
Now we are going to Web 3.0.
Yeah.
Now, all of these ones are best in trade. It looks as if you're we didn't tap into some of these revolutions, the best in trade to a larger extent, a bit so. And that's the reason I'm asking whether indeed, as Omai Ghana, we are ready to jump onto the bandwagon of a Web 3.0.
I'll say we are ready. We just need to make commitments. Our government needs to position. Our government needs to make deliberate efforts to ensure the investment in technologies that will empower AI in our context as Ghanaians. Okay. The reason I say we are ready is information is readily available so long as we are connected to the internet. But be information will be you bet me I ataput sa information. Now, there is this tendency of technology transfer from advanced countries to the less advanced countries and all that. That tendency is already there because of the availability of the internet and information on the internet. But then, it also comes to defeat us to some extent. This is my personal opinion.
Okay.
I said, Masembisa Baku and say, how did the Chinese who sits in Asia, who has never traveled to Ghana, know that there is gold in some forest in Ghana? How did they know? Okay. Because we put too much of ourselves in the open space. You see, these AI systems, the data centers and all those systems that harvest this data are not in Ghana.
True.
They are not in our control. And so, then somebody will stand by the roadside and take video. Say, this is a friend saying, is the Achima forest? This is also and so forest. This is also and so forest. It's rich in gold and all that. And the Chinese sees them and say, oh, okay, this country is good in gold. And we talk also too much. Then the Chinese is able to perceive. I'm just using China as an example because it's a very advanced country, not in with any intention to impound the integrity of that country. All right. So the Chinese is there and analyze. In fact, the AI analyzes it for the Chinese. Okay, these people's leaders can easily be influenced. Or if I want to go for gold in so and so community, these are the key people I need to see. He has done those analyses, and when he's coming straight to that village.
With the help of AI.
With the help of AI. Now, so I'm thinking that we need to have a national policy that will restrict certain information from going to public, because information is asset. Okay? And all the advanced countries are fighting over information, over these technologies that can make them have more information about everything and everyone, so that it puts them in a position where they can fortify themselves against their whatever. All right. So I think that we are doing ourselves disservice by putting too much information of ourselves in the open space.
So we should be restrictive with the kind of information that we put out there.
Yes,
because you say the machine can actually pick the information, synthesize,
analyze it,
and synthesize, and then make decisions for more that willpower and as infrastructure.
Exactly. If you go to the internet, do you see remote villages, the forest reserves, the water bodies, the national assets of China? Do you think that China has villages, cottages, such as we have in Ghana? It is not there in the open space.
True.
A hawker I know to me use WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Yes, government restricts it. Why? They have a lot of village. They have a lot of forests that they won't let you know. It's not open to the world. Do you get it? So if every information that is coming out of that country is well censored, other countries are doing the same. But Ghana, if you Google right now, which locations is there gold in Ghana, you will see. You will see. And it can give you every detail. So what else do we have? Okay. So I think that we need to take advantage of AI, but we need to also be cautious of what informations we put about ourselves, because so long as you put the information there, internet never forgets.
It picks it up.
Sure.
Stores it.
It's there.
Forever and ever.
Sure.
How critical is AI to our development as a state?
Very critical. Very, 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 very critical. If the whites are developing autonomous vehicles, vehicles that drive themselves, if the whites are developing systems that make them develop robots that can do factory works, if the whites are developing systems that is used in healthcare to detect very novel diseases and sicknesses, then we can say that AI is very critical for the development in Ghana in every aspect. But number one aspect government should look at is agriculture. Because that's
why agriculture? Precious mentioned agriculture. You also mentioned agriculture.
Exactly. Agriculture is the backbone of the country. Okay. Now, if there's no agriculture, then there's no life here in Ghana. Now, a farmer seated in, say, the north, who wants to farm, may not know what type of crop can thrive on his soil. We need to have a system where all the soils in the various locations of the country can be sampled and put in a database and be seated somewhere. So all the farmer needs to do is to pick a sample of this thing, pass through a system, and the system can tell what crops can thrive over there, what fertilizers can be used, what kind of manuring can be done, what kind of farming practices can be done. And this could be done in the twinkle of an eye, and the farmer knows what exactly he's going in for. Then there should be systems in place that can predict rainfall pattern. When is the best season to plant? How is the raining pattern going to be in the next 6 months or the next 1 year that my crops will be on the field? Do I need irrigation? What do I need to do? How much will it cost me to plant? And what is the access to capital? What's the access to capital? What's the access to market? Then again, when I finish the crops are ready, access to market. There are people in Accra here who need, example, tomatoes. And there are people in the village somewhere who have planted tomatoes but don't know where to sell it. But with the emergence of the AI technology, it should be able to connect consumers to farmers.
Farmers and the producers.
Yes, and producers. So that losses can... some 3 years ago, I heard a very sad story. some gentlemen went to take loan from a bank, did a farm, tomatoes farm. They didn't have access to markets. And the cross, tomato is very perishable.
Yeah, very, very
and they committed suicide. When there are hotels here in Accra that need tomatoes, you see, we can use AI in agriculture to bridge the producers to the consumers so that a value chain can be created based on availability of information, and that can boost crop production, right?
Apart from agriculture, your education, your health,
exactly,
your the service sector, you're the informal sector. And I know that as we're speaking, a lot of the people within the informal sector are listening to us. The question that they're asking themselves perhaps is, AI no cry better than me can tell me a year 37 me tools said your boss is here, media, me M1 me tunton or quanchen. How will the AI help me?
Of course. So here we need to have, again, back to policy. Government needs to have policies in place so that players in that sector or that industry, or players in the application development industry can come together under one umbrella body. In so doing, whoever is putting an effort into developing AI for the purposes agreed will not be acting solely, will not be acting in silos. So all their efforts can be put together, aggregated together.
So there will be a point of convergence for all of these developers.
Point of convergence for developers. And that can be made available to farmers. So if a farmer wants to farm, then the farmer maybe can go download an app, and that app can link the farmer to, can provide every information
that the farmer needs.
Right from cultivation, farming practices, harvesting, transportation, to the final consumer, right? If a value chain is created just by existence of a policy, then we will be getting somewhere. So the farmer knows what exactly to do to have access to information by the existence of AI. And this AI, the existence of this AI will be powered by a policy, government policy. That will make government commit to ensuring that this is done and is properly supervised for our learning, right? Okay.
There are a lot of people with a lot of myths with the AI. People are having a lot of misconceptions about what AI is. Some of the things that I when I was doing my research, I came across some few say AI thinks like a human. Some few say AI will take over human at a point in time. Some things say AI will take over their jobs in a year, the not too far future. Some people think say AI is even more technically skilled than people are more juma. I've talked about the fact that a man for being say AI bet me am jobless. They'll become unemployed for a long period of time. How do we deal with some of these misconceptions? Because I believe that these misconceptions serve as a barrier to AI adoption. How do we deal with them?
Exactly. In fact, ignorance, they say, is how do you even say this? Ignorance is.
Is a bliss?
Anyway, let's see. Ignorance can be very expensive, right? Okay, but let me quickly set the baseline for this question that you have asked. This evolution in which we are doesn't contradict scripture. I'm a Christian, so let me just give this Bible quotation, and then I can base my discussion on that. Daniel chapter 12, verse 4. It said, "But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the books, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased." Knowledge. I'm focusing on knowledge. Knowledge shall be increased. There will be access to knowledge. People will strive to acquire knowledge. And so on this basis, AI the era in which we are is an era of knowledge. It's an era of information. Now, but people have weird perception about AI.
Yeah.
People think that AI, there is some demon behind AI.
People are saying it's the end of the world.
Yes. People can see. People are saying it's the end of the world. People are saying it's powered by demon. So many weird things. So they don't want to have anything to do with AI, and that's a barrier. That's a barrier to every bad thing or to every technology. There are merits and demerits of it.
Mhm.
Let's look at the positives. Of course, the positives outweighs the negative. Now, AI is not a threat to humanity. AI is not a threat to our jobs, but AI can be a threat to somebody who refuses to learn. Somebody who refuses to learn jobs. Because AI has no hands. AI has no legs. AI has no stomachs. What you tell AI is what AI will do for you. What you ask AI to do is what it will produce for you in a very smart and efficient way. So AI is not going to take somebody's job who knows how to tell the AI what to do. For instance, if I'm a lawyer and I know how to use AI and I have my law firm and I've trained my models in such a way that every information I get, so long as I craft my prompts properly, I get the information. When we are in the law court, definitely I will outwit a lawyer who is anti-AI, who hasn't learned how to craft prompts, who hasn't learned how to use this smart systems that we have. Of course, so if there are cases, nobody would want to send it to that lawyer who is not learned. He is a lawyer of very good lawyer of very good standing, but he is anti-AI, anti-knowledge, anti-technology, and a lawyer who is using technology would be preferred. Will always win cases. You get me? Now let me give another example. Let's say a doctor. You are a doctor, and so as for me, I'm a medical practitioner, and that's all. That's all I do. I don't want anything technology. I don't want to burden myself and all that. In the next 10 years, if you don't take care, you'll be out of job. You'll be out of job in the sense that now, for instance, this whilst we're here, I just asked Meter AI one question. I said, I'm a man of so and so age. I'm a male of so and so age, height, and body weight. Recommend relevant text, medical text, or lab text to be done to ensure to monitor my health or to check my health status. It recommended a list of. So why should I go to a hospital? I'm not saying AI will replace doctors, but I'm saying that people are having access to information that can make them make prudent decisions. So I wouldn't go.
So this one would take a portion of the doctor's job of diagnosis.
Exactly.
Of the test.
Not take a portion of doctor's job. It will enhance doctor's job. Okay. But then displace doctors who have refused to learn to use it.
Okay.
It will replace judges who have refused to learn to use it to make cogent decisions. So, for instance, if I have a litigation and I'm contemplating going to court, I can craft a prompt to, let's say, ChatGPT. Say, putting yourself in the shoes of a judge. Putting yourself in the shoes of a judge. So and so cases. These are the facts of the case. Advise me.
As a judge?
Yes. The AI,
on your possible ruling?
Yes.
And that's a
on
very
the possible ruling, whether I have merit.
Okay.
Until somebody would have gone to a lawyer to speak to a lawyer and pay a fee and so and so. But if the AI is trained with the relevant Ghanaian laws and case laws and all that, the AI can be able to near accurately advise you whether the case you are sending has merit or not merit. So that's the direction the world is going. Okay, I mean, everybody's work will be known to everybody. Everybody's work, everybody can do everybody's work in the near future that we are coming. So,
but would that not displace some people? Because everybody
definitely it will display people who have refused to learn over time, who have not positioned themselves. But I told you that AI has no hands, AI has no mouths. AI only tells. But so if you don't know how to tell the AI what to do, how to use the AI to do your work, definitely you'll be displaced. Like a job like let's administrative receptionists, administrative officers. In fact, if
it looks like you're toning down some of these toning down on some of these areas.
Somebody will say, let me comment my reserve. So let me not go. But then but these
are the realities.
It's a reality.
So, for example, administrative job, clerks and other accounting. I mean, how is it going to look like for some of these? Over a period of time.
Mami, by example, Marco, say administrator. Usually, when we go for meetings, administrators are the ones that that take minutes.
Over 5 minutes,
You come meeting and no pay.
Yeah.
You're permitting minutes within the shortest possible time to make decisions. You call another meeting, one administrator. Now, there are let's say two administrators. One knows how to use the AI. The other doesn't know how to use the AI and is not willing to learn. Now, the one who doesn't know the AI will take a long time to produce the meeting minutes. The one who knows how to use AI, while the meeting is ongoing, is doing the recording. Then he transcribes the recording into text and asks AI to summarize the decisions made right there. So by the time the meeting is over, the meeting minutes are ready.
Yeah.
That's all. He knows how to use AI, how to craft his prompts to be able to generate the minutes. So in the near future, the one who has not learned how to use the AI will definitely be displaced.
Okay.
Mind you, as you age in your profession, younger ones are coming. And these younger ones who I suggested should be trained right from crèche, knows how to do it and are smarter and more intelligent.
Yeah.
So what's your relevance if you don't learn to keep yourself at pace with technology? And so that's the direct. AI is not a threat to us. It's only a threat to those who will not learn and are not willing to learn.
So to survive, and I like this conversation because we are bringing it down to say if you want to survive, whether you like it or not, one of the things that was said to me and they say you need to embrace AI. Adopt AI. And learn how to use it.
Learn how to use it.
And
you are safe.
And you are safe.
You are safe.
So one year there, then obviously you're going out.
You yourself will be frustrated. I'm telling you, you yourself will be frustrated. If you don't take care, you resign from your job. Because if you meet a young person who knows how to use it, and is able to generate reports, and the reports are so standard compared to yours, you ask yourself, what's your use? Nobody will tell you to leave. You get it? But then, other opportunities, other professions are going to erupt. A lot more professions are going to erupt. Let me give you an example. Somebody had been asking somebody, oh, I need a job. And so one day, the person said, well, you said you need a job, no problem. Are you ready? He said, any job I can do. Then there was some job vacancies. Then he forwarded to the person. He said, apply. These are vacancies and well-paying. The person ran away. Why? He hasn't positioned himself. He hasn't acquired the relevant knowledge. So job opportunities are going to erupt. And in fact, they keep erupting. There are new era altogether, new opportunities that are coming. And there are a lot of people here seated in Ghana here who are not employed, who have completed the university are not employed. But they cannot be employed. They cannot apply to these jobs because they don't have the skills. You need to learn. There are platforms where people do self-learning, self-paced learning. You can do some of these short courses. Some of the adverts, you see them on Facebook, you see them on YouTube and all that. Take advantage. Some of them are free. Some you pay a very scanty amount of money. Just do it and acquire knowledge, and you'll be properly positioned for the future. Because the future is scary.
The future is scary.
Very scary with AI.
The future is very scary with AI. Wow.
Yeah.
Looking at the infrastructure that we have in Ghana, and you mentioned, I didn't say you better adopt AI. But you start from the crèche. What kind of infrastructure are we going to use at the crèche to teach AI?
Okay, the infrastructure, I mean, national information assets like data centers. I think NITA has a setup like that.
Yeah.
We have that. Okay. But then, are we feeding information? Are we feeding local content information? Are we feeding information that suits our context? For now, all that we have available are from external, from other countries, okay? Are we trying to train models that know our countries and know us better, know our cultures and all that, so that we can develop context-based AI systems?
You bring in a very, very important conversation, AI and culture.
Exactly.
Yeah, culture no is different. Obroni ni deɛ no no the AI no. Ono so deɛ no different. So is the belief say AI adwene say ye the AI be djuma wo man mu a. It should be tailored to suit yamamre ni amane.
Exactly.
Is that not going to be a complex, complicated, cumbersome?
No, it's not complicated. When the white man builds the AI system, it trains the AI system to suit their context. Okay, it suits their context and suits their environment. But then, because it is opened up and we are users, at this point, we are just more like users. So we are fitting ourselves into external cultures, cultures that conflict with our identity. And so that also becomes another threat to our culture, our identity as a people. People are beginning to deviate from what our national culture or identity is, and are beginning to think and act like the whites who have developed this AI system. But we should have a system that we can own, a system that we can identify ourselves in. And that can only ride on the back of a government policy. That can only ride on the back of developing AI systems that understand our culture so that our culture can be preserved. Else, we may lose our identity. We may not have an identity that is an identity of another nation, but we have mixed identity and confused identity. And that becomes a very big challenge for us. So the time to act is now.
There are people who are concerned with ethical considerations.
Exactly.
Because you mentioned, say, yes, it beat me at the AI and I be papa. And again, you mentioned, say, the AI, it beat me you should the ABB bonnet. Especially when you mentioned of quite bit me a so as on mind to censor some of the information that we put out there. Said the AI, it will not overexpose our vulnerabilities as on mind. There are people who are also concerned with, some of these AI, it's me a cloning amount for voice. Not for big voice, because in the lead up to the 2024 elections, Obekaya, some of these matters came up. Say Obinma Timia Koloni will be voice, the air voice, the Bible to Monting, trying to denigrate some of the candidates in the Keka. People are concerned about deep fakes, and all of these things are coming from AI.
They use systems.
So, how do we deal with all of these things? Because if you know, Nana Wakofa, Fati videos no go. Because some of the things that some of the AI platforms are doing, to be a dinner for you to distinguish between what the reality is and what fake. Again and the fake. For example, some of these videos are shortly.
Okay. Yeah.
How do we deal with all of these concerns?
Policy. Why should it be possible for me to take a picture of you or take a video of you, create a fake content about it, and put out in the social space just to impound your integrity, to tarnish you, to malign you? All right? This thing can lead to war.
Yeah.
It can lead to tribal hatred. It can lead to many other negative, can have many negative effects. So I think government policy, again, in respect of AI, should be looking at how do you call it? Tracing the origin of some of these contents.
Okay.
Yes. When the content is put out there, we should trace the origin, who originated it. And if the originator is found out, we find out from the originator, is this content you put there, is it true? Is it ethical?
Like Mr. Look at this. This is a small boy is walking and then suddenly
this undoubtedly is generated by AI.
Yeah.
This undoubtedly is generated by AI. Okay. So people use some of this, and these are you can use AI tools to develop to just do this. You just craft a text and tell the content the AI how to do. Do you get it? Yes. So people are using this to in a very negative way. Okay. So we have what we call responsible AI.
Okay.
Responsible AI. We have generative AI, responsible AI. Let me talk about the responsible AI. The responsible AI guides the users of AI on what contents to put out there and what contents are restricted by law. For now, we find ourselves in a more open space where anybody can do anything and put it out there, and nobody says anything. but the developers themselves find a way to restrict some of this. For instance, if you ask let's say ChatGPT, if you ask it to generate a pornographic content for you, it will tell you I cannot generate that content. If you ask it to generate nude content and nude pictures of somebody, it tells you it cannot do that because the developers, by the regulation, the national regulation of the developers, where the developers originate from, they are not permitted by law to do that. What about us in Ghana here who are users? How are we guided? Is there a policy that guides people on what content to create and what content to generate? I don't think there is a policy. What we are riding on are international conventions and international policies. For instance, if this child you have shown, if the AI, somebody uses AI to show the nude pictures of the child, see the child walking and all that. I'm not sure we have too much AI policies that restrict people from doing that. However, there are international conventions and laws and policies that can incriminate such acts or such development of such content. But what about our local policies? We need to be more concerted. We need to be more focused. We need to be more act ahead of time to ensure that the next tribal war is not caused just because somebody has put out false information out there. It would be, if we don't act now, between now and the next election, it could be worse. Yes, it could be worse because people are taking people's images and freely doctrinate it, and then, just putting it out there in the social space, and nobody's telling them anything. Nobody's querying them. Nobody's arresting anyone. Okay, so we need to act now to ensure that people we don't find ourselves fighting tribal war as a result of information that go out in the social space.
What are the dangers now that we seem companies have adopted the use of AI? I mean, I'm talking about different platforms, not just image generation. They are now okay, and the fact that there are approaches to the use of AI, the responsible AI that you were talking about. How risky is it as a mind now that we don't have a concerted emra? Yes, was okay. Artificial intelligence, the use no. Send your breakfast will be used. How dangerous is it for us as we speak now that we don't have a law, but still we have remnants of AI platforms that you use?
Yeah, in fact, I won't say risky, but I think that it's just like playing football without a referee. Yeah, you just put people here, say team A, team B, play. They will keep playing. Nobody's monitoring the time. Nobody's monitoring who injures who and all that. Until somebody is injured, they will now say, where is referee? Then we come to ourselves and realize that, there wasn't a referee. There wasn't a coach. Okay? So I think that we may be leading to an era of, I would say, digital anarchy. I don't know if there's a term like that. Anarchy is a state where there is no law. Everyone does.
Everyone does what he or she wants.
We may be leading to an era
in
of
our current
digital anarchy.
In our current state now.
Exactly.
So that's if any Yanchem Rebia.
Yes. So if we don't have policies that guide the use of this AI, the use of AI generating of contents that sometimes denigrate other people's, impound other people's integrity. If we don't have policies that guide people's, we call it censorship. Okay, if you don't have policies that censor the use of some of these platforms, we could find ourselves in a situation where we may not like as a nation. Could you imagine somebody could sit down and then imagine a video of a public figure, and then put it out there, and everybody, creates hatred. And then the result of that is creates hatred for the public figure, only for us to come back later to realize that, it's not true after all. You get it.
But by the time that we return,
the harm is caused.
The harm is caused. The person has faced that public humiliation already.
A public humiliation. For instance, if somebody may chance on that video and have hatred as a result of that video.
True.
But when the truth is out, he may not have the opportunity to see the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Some people's minds are wired in such a way that once something enters, it is difficult to erase it.
To clean it, yes.
Yes. So we don't need to find ourselves in that state where people can just use, just because there's platforms are available, you can just use a platform and then tarnish people's image. Not only that, to cause to put out false or doctored information out there in the public space.
In the next 5 years, then
the next 5 years. Last 5 years. Last 5 years, we knew of Google.
Yes.
If I need information,
I'll go to Google.
I'll go to Google.
Yes.
Though it was good, but yet I would have to, when the informations are out, I need to click on every website to see
whether it is accurate or not.
Yes, that's 5 years ago.
True.
Now, anything I need, I just ask specifically in a very structured way, and I get it.
Mm-hmm.
The AI checks from every source and puts out precisely what I want.
Mm-hmm.
5 years ago, I wasn't getting that.
True.
Now, so 5 years to come, we may have more advanced systems, all right? I don't know how it's going to be, but we may have more advanced systems that can even read into the minds of people. That can even predict people's action, all right? People's next move, systems' next move.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these things are already there, only that they are not fully fledged. I'm thinking, you see, the desire of man over the ages has been to access information.
True.
If by chance I can get to know every information that is in your mind, then I'll have control over you. Before you take your next move, I know.
That's predictive AI.
Yes. So that's the era we are getting to.
Would that not be risky?
In fact, it will be. This my thinking, because the rate
that
at
if,
which we
for
are
example,
going,
before you
the rate at which we are going,
Uh-huh.
okay. For instance, if I want to just say profile you and see what has been this type of this gentleman's conduct in the social space also. So long as you are present on any of the social media platforms, I can just go and profile you. I'll see the places you have visited.
True.
I'll see your friends. I'll see the kind of associations you keep.
Yes.
And I can predict that, okay, this man could be, let's say, this man probably is a gospel singer. These are systems that are telling me about your past. So I'm thinking that by your actions, by your presence on social media, by the kind of things you do on social media, we may be having systems that can predict your next move. We may be having systems that could make it possible to read your mind, your pattern of thinking. And if we're able to read your pattern of thinking and then your next move and all that, that means that we have gotten to a stage where
we can control
knowledge, the people can be enslaved. Yeah, people can be enslaved just because others know much about them that they become. It's like if I'm in a battle with you and I know your next move, definitely before you take your next move, I would have punched you down.
Of course.
All right. So that's the era we are getting to. Let us not put ourselves in a position as a country where we could be enslaved by our advanced partners. Right.
Interesting conversation. For the job market, what's the future like?
It's promising. For those who are putting themselves, are readying themselves. Some 20 years ago, I think 22 years ago, when mobile phones began to proliferate, I think I was then in the university. So those days they gave us student loan and all that. Yeah. So when they gave us student loan, I had roommates. So what they decided to do was to buy mobile phone, brand new. Nokia 1100 that time. Yes. Then I decided that I'll buy a computer. My father wasn't happy, but I think it was the best decision I made. That helped me. The computer I bought, I was working without phone, but then I had a computer in the room, which made me learn how to use computers and all that. And so soon after that, soon after my university, I hadn't even finished national service. Then I had a job interview invite. I went there. The only interview question I was asked, do you know how to use a computer?
That was it?
Yes. I said, yes, of course. Then the manager said, can you create a folder? I said, yes. He said, have my PC, create a folder. Save this file in the folder. I knew how to do that. 10 years back. I knew how to do that because I had a personal computer.
Yeah.
That's how the future is going to be like. So people who are learning this AI system, who are learning additional outside their field of work, they are outside their profession, they are acquiring additional knowledge, are going to position themselves are going to place themselves in a position where they can grab opportunities that will come in the future. And people who are not learning will be fizzled out, will be paced out.
So if you want to remain relevant, AI is your friend.
Yes, AI is your friend. And it cuts across all fields. Yeah.
But then again, the final question would be, say AI or why should children go to school?
They have to go to school to learn how to use AI to solve problems. Yeah.
So AI will augment the education.
Exactly.
And not replace the education.
No. It will augment their education. Okay. Yes, it will make education. But we need to be conscious so that our children will not become lazy. Yeah.
We have 5 minutes. We have 5 minutes, but you've brought up another angle of the conversation. People think that AI man for lazy because now people are using AI to do their thesis.
Yes.
People are using AI to write their dissertations. People are using AI to do all sorts of things, all manner of things. Aka 10 minutes and Mobia Kwako submit it in social and as a proposal be at a particular keys in a very specific prompt, then gets everything that he or she needs and then submits it.
Without even reading it. Yes. So we are also treading on a dangerous path then. If people are becoming lazy just because AI gives them all the answers, then there's nothing going into their head. If there's nothing going into the head, then there's nothing productive coming out of such people. But where you are solving problems, you know how to solve problems, you know what you are doing, and then you need information and use AI to get access to these information, then you are becoming productive. So we need to guide the children on the use of AI. So a child, you not ask a child 1 + 1 is equal to what, then he go punch his calculator just to get the answer. Those days, I remember, I'm sure you also experienced that. Yes. Every morning, Monday morning, mental. I remember one teacher in my school, Mr. Wunten, I don't know where he is now. He doesn't like any part of your body. S plus S plus S plus S equals to 4. What is X? Then know your back. In fact, it helped us. So today's child, you may ask today's child, S plus S plus S plus S is equal to 4.
What is X?
X is equal to 1 actually. But the child may not be able to calculate that because the training didn't make him think analytically. Yes. So we may be doing harm to ourselves if we don't regulate the use of some of these technologies. Yeah.
All right, Elolo Alfred Konglo, head ICT infrastructure, whole technical university, where Jenna Juma and decided to join us this morning. I enjoy his conversation. He truly understands what he talks about. And then on Kaminya, I extended the conversation for 2 solid hours. But unfortunately, we need to wrap up on the show this morning. Now, your final words to those of us who are listening to us, those of us who have heard of AI, Omo Mati AI enka. But Omo Nyoma Jene say, Omo any AI, everything yan kitangudia na sensa was so bia. All because of the myths Omo wo about AI. See, na hadi etimima obi oni dikra na odidi de say ne ebi pramanfo ene me kra de me mbom hom pempo enko hom na say de yesi enya ne om say ade bia ba AI no mo de AI e be say wiase to to those
near
people.
Mecca, and say AI, it doesn't have a mouth. AI oni insa ana nyesa ne ka no.
Oninsa.
Oni nine. And ti wa onim ne wo ye no, wo na obetumi ayusu AI dia boa wo dia solve problem. AI is no threat to humanity. AI holds no guns. He points no guns at no one's head. AI is as good as electricity. If you know how to use it, you use it to your own benefit. And you find opportunities in this world and survive. People are using AI to create businesses, to get business ideas. Take advantage and don't be paced out.
Ura Alfred Elulu Konglu, head of ICT infrastructure, who technical university head, media communication, IRPGH, and I don't know pay. What is say? I don't know chicken and como. For Jumadi and run a interesting conversation that we've had. And I don't pay. I know say what TV, one TV, but what they call Happy 98.9 FM. Your Facebook page is there. You can re-listen and listen and listen and listen again. Ube tie view. And more money on TikTok. Move your AI generated content, you know. More money on TikTok. Move your AI generated content, you know. Mon fanny bibi papa. Nemum to our life. Samana na fajare. For pa. My arendo crow ema on na honche. Isan say doctor or hinabo free zebra. Duan studia herbal clinic. Na yare yenu nyina etwo ebitwa. Yo Kumasi Abrepo ni krum. Kaswa Briku 34 money ni mo na friend any needs also 0248 427 998 and answer 0246 354 747. Aha, any did you made in Yanesi and Anopay. Yamfana Skesiama, the production team. Joel Sanko, Miriam Akwete, a rapper Pafa Tisha Boli, Prince Ubiba Pakwa Ayim Brown, Nana Amwako Jr. Kachiri Akwasi, Yaboa, ne the news team, Yina Paulina Arthur Abena Asante Bema Boada, as Atabwa Benono. The news IGP Quantry Kwabena Dane name more Makanyina news team Elnase Mamo operations team Monsieur Damwase say Arena bringing Amusia sending a crank a cra Emma Yedi Mediano a bread tea for near-for. Name Portina and Gomocasio ho live on Happy 98.9 FM. Na Minty Hunchro name mum or Chrano Pano. Timfidie ne fatoha live on Happy 98.9 FM. Obeti de ekoso. Mamenka o say abrante no a friend special one no ba betenem. Na ena no pay. Happy Sports. Non kru aboy. Efri sa brea kopem prem to bre. Happy Sports ene bro. Apam fo nyina krado. Say eneno de ekoso no ahokeka kese ena won edi eba masoroso ye frame nyankum pasachi dehye chenchen hene nana Kwadwo osia na wafa a owoda enkwa obotuo masoso nyampa o chena nopa akasimadu ama no nsia abo a eba betena se bio na ye de yanopa dwumadie soronko wa nopa nyonko Happy Morning Show